Mingus Marauder Football is on the air. Yavapai College, serving students with opportunities and resources at 6 campuses across Yavapai County. Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros, more miles for your money. Tiffany's Construction Value, engineering on every project. Gettles High Desert Mechanical, heating, cooling, and plumbing. Don't settle, get Gettles. Consideration also provided by All Price Insurance in Cottonwood, helping you find the best option for your insurance coverage. Fiskor Heating and Cooling, serving Northern Arizona residents and businesses. They're here for you. Rock Zoo Screen Printing, serving the Verde Valley's screen printing needs for over 30 years. Larry Green Chevrolet. Visit them on Rodeo Drive in Cottonwood or shop completely online at LarryGreenChevrolet.com. D-Best Plumbing. They simply believe in getting it right the first time. Sun Country Custom Woodworks, serving Arizona for over 10 years. Longfellow Excavating. We dig your ideas. Call them at 928-300-3792. And now, broadcasting for your 2024 Mingus Marauders, your play-by-play announcers, Nick Yatsenko and Jackie Bessler.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to the 2024 season of the Mingus Marauders. Jackie Bessler, Nick Yatsenko along with me to my left as we start the home opener here for the Mingus Marauders. The Mesquite Wildcats have come to town, and I think everybody else in the entire southern portion of the state is also trying to get north.
That's right, Jackie. I'm just glad to be up here.
I know.
That took a long time, and everybody from that Phoenix area is headed up here. Beautiful 84 degrees for kickoff. Nice cloudy weather. We might get a little bit of drizzle, but it's just beautiful weather for football.
Okay, so I got to ask you, you played. So at this particular point, what is going through the minds, the bodies of these young men getting ready for the first real hit of the season?
Wow, you give me the chills thinking about that, and that's just, there's a lot going through their minds right now. They're ready to hit the other team. I'll tell you, last week, the scrimmage against Desert Sunrise, that was a really nice little wake-up call for the Marauders, and we thought they looked great, putting the pads on, hitting another school, so they're going to have butterflies coming out tonight, Jackie, and they're going to be antsy and ready to go, but I'll tell you, after the first few plays, these guys are going to be absolutely settled in and ready.
I got to ask you, what do the offensive linemen do with the butterflies?
Well, as long as we have some kind of dipping sauce, we could potentially eat them. So that's, as a center, that's what I used to do.
Eat the butterflies. I absolutely love it. Okay, first game jitters. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the 2024 Mingus Marauders and talk a little bit about offseason. We'll return to the cave here at Mingus Union High School after this.
Yavapai College has many degree and certificate programs to get you on track to a rewarding, well-paying career in a variety of industries such as healthcare, manufacturing, construction, elementary education, and art. Fall semester starts on August 15th, so there's still time to register. Visit us online today at yc.edu/admission to connect with your future career.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettles High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettles has you covered. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
Back here at Mingus Union High School, the 2024 Mingus Marauders are going to look at the same schedule from 2023, just in reverse. So we've got Mesquite at home. We're on the road to Estrella Foothills next week. Blue Ridge has to come to Mingus. They're going to be looking for some payback from last year's game. Then it is at Copper Canyon, at Deer Valley, and then home versus Flagstaff. We also have then we've got our bye week, and then home versus Bradshaw preseason Max Preps has Bradshaw sitting at number 12. Coconino, our next opponent after that, at 13. Number 7, Lee Williams, who was the Grand Canyon Region champ from last year, will be game number 9 on November 1st. And then we finish out at home versus the Prescott Badgers. And that is the schedule here for the Mingus Marauders. Taking a look at, taking a look at the opponents here for the visiting Mesquite squad.
Yeah, Mesquite's got a really tough schedule, Jackie. They are going to go up against Micah Mountain next week, their next game. Micah Mountain's number 3 from that Max Preps rankings. Then they got Eastmark at number 8 after that. Gilbert right after that for the 4th week, and that's a 5A team, the Gilbert Tigers. Later in the season, Mesquite will play the Arcadia Titans. That's a number 4 team right now for Max Preps. And then they'll play, towards the end of their season, AZ College Prep, which is number 10. So that's a tough schedule.
That's almost a who's who in last year's playoffs. There's Grayson. There's my littlest one hanging out at the window, getting ready for Mingus football in a couple of decades. And I absolutely love it. Okay, got to take you through this. There's a gorilla in the room. We've got to identify it, and lots of things happen from the off season here. It was rather chaotic. Basically, it started with the end of the 2023 season, and no other way to put it, but Coach Montsabias basically faced a mutiny from a select few program parents for the Mingus Marauder football program. According to Montsabias, I had a few discussions with him. He said that the communication was intense, it was daily, and it was excessive. Regardless of how things went, Coach Montsabias felt that it was in the best interest of his family to actually withdraw and resign as the head coach of the Mingus Marauders. Mingus then goes, this is at the end of the football season, Mingus then goes out in search of a coach. They find a coach, and they bring in Coach Colby Fangman. Played his football in the Texas area, coached in Texas a little bit, New Mexico, northern New Mexico primarily, before he came here to Mingus. Came over to Mingus. I met him very briefly at the end of the school year, so he got into the summer program, and with him in tow, a sophomore quarterback, his son. Then we're going to just kind of fast forward here through the summer programs. The week before the scrimmage game, which was last Thursday. Okay, so a week before that, I'm not exactly sure why, but I was told that Coach Fangman was actually suspended. At the end of that suspension, the final day of that suspension was on a Friday during that week. His son did not come to practice. Then he ended up actually resigning his position on that Friday. Mingus then immediately names Coach Aaron Midkiff as the head coach for the Mingus Marauders. And I want to throw out there that Coach Midkiff and his staff have been here. I mean, you've got Coach Bridge, Coach Hosseman, Coach Lathan, Coach Midkiff, Coach Moore, Coach Patton, Coach Tim. And that entire core has been here for this Mingus Marauder football program all the way through the chaotic summer and into the beginning of the school year.
Yeah, and that's the saving grace, Jackie. What a great backbone of a coaching staff we do have here. And Coach Midkiff stepping up to be the head coach is just going to be a great a great way to get right into the season. Honestly, and Midkiff is a outstanding player who played for Coach Bob Young, as I did as well. So Coach Midkiff will bring some great traditions and some hard-nosed football into the program again.
I think so, and I think I've seen a stabilization taking place in the last couple of weeks, and we saw a pretty darn good scrimmage, which is actually part of what we're going to talk about in the next upcoming break. But we're going to take a break here in pregame. When we return, we're going to talk about that scrimmage. We're going to talk about 2023 stats and so much more when we come back to Mingus Union High School after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
Stay cozy and comfortable with Fiskor Heating and Cooling. At Fiskor Heating and Cooling, we bring warmth to your winters and cool comfort to your summers. Our friendly team of experts is dedicated to keeping your home just the way you like it. Whether it's a tune-up, repair, or a brand new system, you can count on us for reliable and speedy service with a smile. Your comfort is our priority. Choose Fiskor Heating and Cooling for a happier, cozier home.
Call Fiskor Heating and Cooling. We're here for you. Let's go, Marauders!
Larry Green Chevrolet has been an important partner to this community for over 30 years. Whether it be offering outstanding service and deals to the Verde Valley or providing support to schools, charities, and community events, we have made it a part of our business. We love and support the growth and future of Cottonwood and our surrounding areas. That's why we refer to our dealership as the People Place. Larry Green Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Yavapai County, and we are proud to support our Mingus High School football. Go Marauders!
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call D-Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, D-Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency. For honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done right the first time, call D-Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
And back here at Mingus Union High School, last year, the Mingus Marauders and the Wildcats get set to play. In fact, they played in Gilbert last year. Wildcats victorious by 8 points, 20-6. In fact, it was 6-0 in the first quarter. It was 12-6 at halftime with the Wildcats with the lead. They scored 8 points in the third quarter. Mingus would score again late in the fourth quarter to make it 20-12. Rain Stokes was the quarterback for that game. 4 for 9, 63 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. And the Mingus Marauders only did 63 yards on the ground for the entire game. How about that? Mesquite has got a lot of new players here this year. In fact, their starting quarterback and most of their rushing core is not scheduled. I mean, they've all graduated, so I mean, they're going to come out with an entirely different team here now.
Yeah, and that's going to be a true test. They're going through changes with a new core coming up for them, so that's going to be just super interesting. And the Marauders versus Mesquite, Jackie, in the last 20 years are 1-2 against Mesquite. In 2023, last year, we lost by 8 points, so that was a heartbreaker to open up the season. Lost 20-12 last year, and then in 2019 we lost 44-0. Then the year before that we got our win. So it was that first game we played Mesquite that we got the win. In 2018 it was 24-21.
Kazermak, Parker Kazermak will be the rusher here for the Mesquite squad. He had 36 carries and 115 yards, no touchdowns against Mingus last year. He is the only one with major stats that is actually returning and starting. He also had a couple of catches. Brand new quarterback out there for the Mesquite squad, and that's going to be number 13. David Ramirez will take the reins out here for the Mesquite squad, and it was not a huge game. In fact, not a lot of yards altogether in last year's game, so it was was a defensive battle, but there was 150 yards in penalties, so we're going to have to see if we actually get under that one for this particular game, huh?
Yeah, and we're going to see some penalties in the first couple games. I mean, both teams are going to be going through those learning phases, and we're going to see some offsides most likely in the first couple games. Hopefully not, but I mean, this is just kind of how you learn the rules, is you got to get in there and get your repetitions.
No doubt. Well, we'll take a look at some of the Mingus Marauders and what they did from last year. Obviously having Stokes back at the quarterback puts some stabilization into the backfield here for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, and last year, if we could just clean up the turnovers, I mean, last year we had 24 turnovers, Jackie. So if we can clean up that department, we would see such a big improvement and maybe even a couple more wins tallied for ours. Last year was a learning year and a growing year for the Marauders. Colby De La Haye with 66 yards receiving, just one touchdown. Camacho had a couple touchdowns. He's graduated and moved on. Colby De La Haye, another junior that's going to be just key, another touchdown last year. Rain Stokes had a couple rushing touchdowns, so we're going to see Rain Stokes be able to throw it and use his feet, and we saw him make some miraculous plays last year.
Soon we shall, and we're going to be looking forward to it. It's going to be a two-way threat for the Mingus Marauders. One thing they don't have is a lot of numbers this year. As you take a look at the squad, not a lot of uniforms, not a lot of bodies on the varsity squad, so it's going to be an Iron Man football season for 2024. We're going to take a break, come back, talk about our sponsors, meet some of our starting lineup, and a whole bunch more. We'll return to Mingus Union High School after this.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu screen printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
Call Rick or Scott Stokes at Sun Country Custom Woodworks about cabinets for every purpose and every budget. Sun Country Custom Woodworks can custom build cabinets for your dream kitchen or bath, adding tremendous value to your home. Organize the garage and store stuff right with a call to Sun Country. And ask about money-saving options, including modular cabinet choices. You know, your cabinets may not be from this century. For ideas, start at suncountrywoodworks.com.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
national anthem. And interesting enough, we've got 4 minutes left here on the board. They'll put a couple of more minutes up. But we did our national anthem, and the Mesquite squad was actually not on the field. So that is kind of sort of interesting. I want to thank our 2024 Mingus Marauder sponsors. Our scoreboard sponsor is going to be Jones Ford this year. Also want to thank our coin toss sponsor, Jennifer Griffin, and as well as Team Yavapai College, Tiffany Construction, Nichols High Desert Mechanical is along with us. All by some long-time Mingus Marauder sponsor, Larry Green Chevrolet as well. There's Heating and Cooling. Defense Plumbing, Rock Sioux Screen Printing, and Sun Country Custom Woodworks. Longfellow Excavating is our halftime sponsor here this year. And take a look at some of our starters here for the Mingus Marauders this year.
Yeah, Jackie, for the Marauders, starting lineup here on offense, we got left tackle Jordan Watson. Next to him at guard, Ethan Montiel. So a couple returners there on that offensive line. It's going to be clutch. Elijah Chupp is going to play that center position. Landon Backus at the other guard. Oh, family connection there.
Yep, sophomore.
Landon. And then Cameron Houseman on the end. We're going to see Rain Stokes at quarterback. No surprise there. We saw what he can do last year. Should be a lot better this year. That's going to be exciting. Shane Chupp is at that wide receiver mark. And then DeMario, Noah, Jose. We're going to see a little bit of Ramirez. We're going to see a little bit of mix at that other wing spot.
I want to introduce our officials out here, and the Eye on the Game brought to you by Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. Look for discounts, coupons, and rebates on tires, wheels, and automotive services at Reese'sTire.com. Locally owned Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros will not be beat, and you can ride secure with the nationwide, probably the best warranty on both tires and service available at over 50,000 locations nationwide.
And Jackie, with the call tonight, our white hat is going to be Gary Hike, and then our umpire is going to be Chet Teague. And we got on the crew Tanner Holmes, Brett Shearer, and Matt Sparling.
Our coin toss out here brought to you by State Farm agent Jennifer Griffin. And she says, go Marauders, go indeed. A longtime sponsor of the Mingus Marauders. Jennifer Griffin, State Farm Insurance, has been in the same location for over 40 years. You want to stop by and see Jennifer for all your insurance needs? 547 South Main Street in Godwin, directly across from Walgreens. You can also call 928-634-7680. And Jennifer is our coin toss sponsor out there. And it looks like the Mesquite squad is going to be receiving, so Mingus will be kicking off to start. See if we can get some numbers out there. Dawson Rice is one of our captains out there, as well as Elijah Chupp. Of course, Jordan Watson. And number 22, one of our Shane Chupp is also our other captain here for the night.
So exciting to see, Jackie, and how about this? The Marauders going to start the season playing defense, and man, I remember being a Marauder, and we'd love nothing more than being on defense first, Jackie. Pin the ears back. That's an easy way to get rid of the jitters, playing on defense.
Yes.
Because you can kind of just be crazy out there.
Yeah, and you get to hit instead of be hit, right?
Exactly. So Marauders catch a little bit of an advantage right off the bat with that coin toss, so love to see it, and Mesquite's already out on the field. They're ready to return, and how exciting. Season's getting underway.
Stokes is going to be the kickoff person out here. He is going to be the place kicker. He's going to be the punter. And I was talking to one of the coaches, and I was told that he is also going to hold for himself on PAT attempts.
Now that, he's not getting paid enough.
So that'll be fun. So I asked how he does that, and I guess he catches the ball, spins it in the grass, and then walks back and then kick. No, I'm kidding.
That would be a top 10. It would be an ESPN top 10.
It is. There we go. That'll definitely be what we are looking for. The Mingus Marauders will be kicking off from left to right across your radio dial if you are joining us on KYBC AM 1600 and 96.3 FM. A big howdy out there to my friend Neil. Hopefully he is listening and is healing very quickly, as we hope to bring him a Mingus Marauder victory in the process. Stokes wearing number 3 this year will kick off, and he will drive it. It will bounce toward the end zone and in. And that will be a touchback, a weapon in high school football.
Yeah, and how about that? That's our quarterback out there kicking it in the end zone for a touchback. That's just outstanding. I mean, we usually don't even see high high school kickers getting touchbacks.
Well, no, that's true. But however, when it gives him the opportunity because he can step back in the pocket, right? And then if he can't throw it that far, he could punt it that far.
That is awesome, and I really wish that was legal.
Yeah, no doubt, huh? All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The Mesquite squad in white out there. Ramirez looking to take the snap. And he is in shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off, tries the right-hand side, and will get punished on the right-hand side. Running the ball is number 26 out there. Mingus with a very quick tackle and a 1-yard run.
Yeah, and that defensive line does just an outstanding job. I saw Elijah Chupp in there, as well as Cameron Houseman right off the bat, closing that line of scrimmage down. 26 is Parker Chazarek. He's going to be their primary runner, and they're going to give it again. He's going to try this side. A little better blocking. Falls over. One of the Mingus Marauders gets out toward the 30, out to about the 28. Bringing up third and a short to carry a 7. Yeah, just a good play by Mesquite, just going to the left side. That was just the power to the left side of the line. And Cameron Houseman had a good block on him, and Mesquite was able to get a few yards on that.
3rd and 2. Now going over center is Ramirez. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it off. It is sweep coming to this side. Good job as they get the block on the edge, pushing him out of bounds, but not until the 30. Oh, wow, they're going to mark him all the way up to the 38-yard line. Run of 10.
And that's Xavier Thompson, Jackie, that was able to finally get him out of bounds there, because that looked like it. You're right, that's a generous spot.
They spread 2 receivers to the right-hand side, full backfield, 1 running back and 1 wing. Movement, no call. Quarterback throws, has a man up underneath, and he breaks away from 1 tackle and is finally taken down out there by Xavier Thompson. But that is after a gain of about 6. No, pardon me, about 8.
Yeah, and that's a good job by Xavier to wrap up. It's very important. You got to wrap up and make sure you take him down. Colby De La Haye helped on that one.
Here's a pitch, last second pitch coming out to the outside. A missed tackle and then taking him down out there. Good tackle, Colby De La Haye, but not until a first down. A power run picks up another first down at about 16 yards.
And there we go, Jackie. We talked about Colby De La Haye in the pregame show just because last year we saw him a lot, and here he is making an appearance defensively a couple plays in a row.
Movement in the backfield, movement everywhere, and we'll have our first penalty of the game.
Yep, and that's going to happen. I mean, for sure, and the Marauders should anticipate that as well, but there's the first flag and the first false start from Mesquite. And it seemed like 6 out of the 11 jumped on that one. So, no shocker.
So, obviously, more people understood that it was on 1 than 2, yes?
That's right.
Yeah,
and,
that's
the
what
defense, I think more people on defense there for the Marauders stayed put.
No doubt. Into Mingus Marauder territory at the 48-yard line. Ramirez claps his hands, puts a man in motion, and pitches to the near-hand side as Mingus will cover it, and a good hit out of bounds. A short gain of about 2 out there.
Yeah, just a great job by Dawson Rice. It's an awesome job to cut him off, get him to the sidelines, and get him out of bounds for a really minimal gain.
They're officially going to give him 3 on the run. 2nd and long from the Mingus Marauder 46-yard line. Mingus trying to get their first stop of the game, first stop of the season. Ramirez claps his hands, steps back, looks to throw, has some pressure, puts the ball up. He's got a man downfield, and it is just overthrown. Good coverage out there as the Mingus Marauders were able to go stride for stride. And it's number 11, the intended receiver.
Yeah, that's Xavier Thompson on the coverage, Jackie. And you're right, they were step for step with him there. It's just an excellent job. It also looks like Remington Stokes out there with the also helping on coverage with Xavier, and those guys were right on top of the wide receiver.
Andrew Joyner was the intended receiver out there. 3rd and 12 now. Once again, long for the visiting Mesquite squad. Quarterback steps back, steps way back, sets up a screen. He's got a man, and Mingus trying to cover it as they get him down. Will he pick up the first down? No, it's going to be short, but it's going to depend on where they mark him. They mark him down at the 33-yard. Oh, my gosh, they give him a first down. Wow. They mark him all the way down at the 33-yard line, and that is going to be a first down on a 13-yard screen pass out there to the back out of the backfield.
I thought for sure we were going to have a 4th and short there and a really good decision coming up, but instead Mesquite able to move the chains. Mesquite
sends 2 receivers to the right-hand side. It's going to be Joyner out there with Mercado Layfield, and they're going to run number 20 on the sweep on the outside, picks up good yardage, maybe 9, gets inside the 25 to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, and Xavier out there on the tackle, and just a great job of getting off his wide receiver block. And Remington Stokes also out there to help again. Boy, those 2 are going to be dangerous in our secondary, and we're going to need them. I mean, that's just a good angle pursuit.
That's Galvin Sledge with the 9-yard run. They run up the middle. Good stop, but needed 2. Actually needed 1, got 2. And that is going to move the chains once again for the for the Mesquite squad. Just outside the 20 at about the 23-yard line. They show first down, but they haven't moved the chains. Now they're going to try to move the chains.
Mesquite on the 23-yard line.
They're going to get reset, tight formation. Ramirez is over center, takes the snap, hands it to the last back. Chazarick will get around the corner, stiff arms the Mingus Marauders, and then gets his legs taken down. Once again, a very forward spot out there for about 7.
Yeah, the Marauders have got to find a way to try to have a negative play here from Mesquite and get a tackle for loss, because all of a sudden, man, this drive is, Mesquite's very first drive is turning out to be a good one as they're just marching inside the red zone now.
Kazarmek has 21 yards on 4 carries here so far. Empty backfield now, 5 receivers for Ramirez. He takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw, throws, and has a man in the end zone for the touchdown. As it will go 16 yards for the touchdown out there. And I'm trying to catch a number. That's going to be number 2 with the reception and the touchdown.
And just a great play by Mesquite there. I mean, wide open, a little bit of broken coverage maybe for the Marauders in the end zone. Mesquite's wide receiver there just kind of had a lot of room around him.
Extra point is up. Joshua Fowler will kick it through the uprights for the extra point. Mesquite will score first in the 2024 campaign. They drive 80 yards, put 7 on the board against the Mingus Marauders. 7:25 left to go. Quarter number 1. Mingus trail 7-0. We're back after this.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call D-Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, D-Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency. For honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done right the first time, call D-Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Well, Mingus will get set to run back. To be De La Haye on one side. It's going to be Remington Stokes on the other, as Fowler will kick off from the 40-yard line. A more traditional kickoff, not like what you will see on Sundays anymore. And
I like this traditional one. Way better.
Well, yeah, we'll see how long it takes to filter back down to the high school level, right?
Yeah.
Fowler approaches the ball and will kick it, pooches it, and it'll come down to De La Haye, who will take it on a bounce here at about the 10-yard line. He will come up the middle, find a lane, tries to get to the outside, gets through one block, and then penalty flags fly in as he gets to the 35-yard line. 7-0 our score here, as the Mesquite squad scored first against the Mingus Marauders, and we're going to see who the penalty is against.
The flags came from both sides.
I know.
From deep in both sides, so you wonder maybe could be a face mask, maybe? Not quite sure.
Waiting for a signal out here.
What's weird is you don't see any pointing right now. Mesquite's not pointing at Mingus, and Mingus is not pointing at Mesquite. So nobody's quite sure what it is.
Except the ball seems to be going backward.
Well, now we're sure. And you're right. That's going to be on the Marauders.
It's going to be a hold against the Mingus Marauders.
Holding on
and they're going to put the hold at approximately the 30-yard line, and they're going to back the ball back up. No, at the 25-yard line, they're going to back the ball back up to the 15.5-yard line. So Mingus is going to start from there. And we're going to see how this offensive line does for the Mingus Marauders. Stokes is in the backfield. Dawson's along with him. There's a snap. Stokes will throw to the near sideline first, and getting out of one tackle and then nailed very quickly, and actually losing yardage on the catch on the screen pass. Colby De La Haye will get the reception very quickly, but lose yardage.
And Carson Miller out there, Jackie, was doing a good job blocking, but Mesquite just had 2 or 3 guys there. So Carson's not going to be able to block 2 or 3 guys. So Mesquite does a good job of just kind of flying to the outside and not letting us get upfield.
Mingus back to the line. He's got 2 backs in the backfield with him. Stokes takes it, hands it off, going to the outside, bouncing to the outside, and then thrown out of bounds is going to be Shane Chupp with the run, and that will be an additional loss as he will lose another 3.
Yeah, just can't quite seem to get a push off that offensive line. Now, Mesquite's defensive line does look pretty beefy down there, Jackie. Those are some big boys, but nonetheless, Marauders have got to find a way to get some positive yardage.
So you wonder who ate all the butterflies. Stokes steps back, will run, and then throws and gets picked off. It's going the opposite direction and tackled at about the 3-yard line as he throws the ball downfield, and it is intercepted out there by the Wildcats, and they're going to put the ball right at about the 4-yard line. Is there a flag at the 5-yard line, though?
Let's see what this flag's going to be. And boy, Jackie, just another swarming effort by Mesquite. I mean, there was just nowhere for Raines to really get rid of that ball.
Personal foul, and it is against Mesquite.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on Mesquite for the Hills.
And it's going to be against Mesquite, roughing the passer. And so that, if I am correct, should negate the interception, yes?
I think you are correct, Jackie, and the Marauders have their offense still out there, so wow, what a break. I mean, what a huge break for this Mingus offense. It does look like they're going to get to keep the ball, and man, I've been in a situation like that. You're on that offensive line. You just got to wipe the sweat from your forehead and say, hey, guys, we got another chance at this, thankfully. Yeah, that was almost a disastrous play.
5:50 left to go here in the first quarter. Mingus gets its first down on the penalty. And Mingus will set up shop at the 27-yard line.
I think we're waiting on the clock or the ball to get set here.
The umpire's over the ball. He's having a conversation out there. We are just underway, first quarter action. Mingus trailing by a score of 7-0. Mesquite, if you're just joining us, took the opening kickoff 80 yards downfield. Not the kickoff, but the opening drive 80 yards downfield. A 16-yard touchdown pass ensued the first scoring of the game. Mingus had just thrown a would-be interception that was reversed by the roughing the passer call. And now Mingus will get another opportunity at life here from their own 27-yard line. And we are now still having conversations with coaches on the sidelines here, waiting for things to get back underway. New way you can watch Mingus Marauder football here this year. If you are listening to it on the radio, you can watch the stream live. The easiest way is you go to vertivalleytv.com, vertivalleytv.com, and click on Mingus football, and it'll take you to the live stream link. Stokes takes the snap, and then we have a penalty, and it's going to be an encroachment. Somebody lined up in the neutral zone, and that's going to be another 5 yards there for the Mingus Marauders. 20 yards and penalties.
Yep, both teams already with penalties. At the beginning of the season, that's no secret. I mean, that's going to happen.
So 1st and 5. Stokes will take the snap, hand it off, and Mingus tries to get back to the line and does not. Is ripped down and will lose about a yard.
Yeah, you're right, Jackie. It does look like Mesquite might have eaten those butterflies. That was a good reference earlier. And Marauders just got to find a way to get some positive yards. The penalties will help, I'll tell you, but we got to get downfield using that pound and ground game.
Mingus puts a man in motion. Stokes takes the snap, looks to throw, comes to the near side, scrambles, looks for a man, throws it downfield. Oh, and it's blocked. A great pass defense out there by number 27, coming up by Bryce Carson, and just dove in front of the Mingus Marauder receiver. It was a well-thrown pass.
Yeah, it really was, and Shane Chupp had a great shot at it, too. Just great defense. I mean, that's Shane Chupp almost able to get his hands around it, but that's just an outstanding job by the defensive back.
Says 3rd and 5 on the board. Looks more like 3rd and 6 out there. The ball sits at the 32-yard line. Mingus will set up heavy to the left-hand side with 3 receivers out there. Stokes takes the snap, quickly throws out to the outside, trying to get to the yard marker, and he's going to be short by just a little. Maybe he gets out there to the 34, 35-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. What do you do with this from your own 35?
Yeah, how about the decision here from Coach Midkiff? Looks like we're going to get a punt team coming out, Jackie. I can see some substitutions. Boy, Shane Chupp on that last reception, close to getting the 1st down, but it looks like the Marauders will punt, but they are huddled up, and you never know because we know that Mingus likes to do that pooch kick, which also kind of opens it up for some kind of throw or fake, but definitely looks like they're ready to punt it.
Stokes is back, and he can also run it, too. 1 man back, and we have movement. And did Mingus Mingus got him offside. Wow, Mingus is going to pick up another 1st down via penalty.
How about that? Using your brain, getting 5 yards, just having great discipline. That's a wonderful job by the Marauders. Just staying put, letting Mesquite jump off sides, getting the 1st down.
So Mingus, the ball will be set at the 40-yard line now. Mingus has had 2 1st downs.
I'll tell you, as an offensive lineman, Jackie, when that happens, it's just a big sigh of relief.
No doubt.
Thank goodness I didn't jump on it.
Right. Right. Flag comes out here immediately. Coach, it wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Yep.
Mingus. Stokes takes the snap. Will hand it off. It's going to be Dawson, and Dawson Rice will wind his way through. That is the best game that Mingus has had so far as he gets close to Mesquite territory, a gain of 7.
And that for sure looks like Marauders' bread and butter. That looked like possibly a 21 trap or something. And good job by the offensive line. There's the push I was talking about earlier. If you can get a good push off that line of scrimmage, you're going to be able to get a couple of yards each time.
Stokes out of shotgun, takes it, looks to throw, has to scramble, comes to the outside, looks for somewhere to go, throws it downfield, and almost intercepted out there with both hands on the ball was going to be number 16. That's Mario Pastrano. And throwing the ball downfield into coverage, Stokes, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Mingus Marauders.
Yep, 3rd and for sure manageable for the Marauders. They got the playbooks wide open here. It's not like you have to throw it. And I do like that Rain Stokes is not deterred by that almost interception earlier, and good defensive play right now from Mesquite. He's trying to get it in a tight spot and a tight window for the receiver.
Mingus tight formation, tighter formation, 2 receivers on the near side, and they do hand it up the middle. It's going to be a first down as Dawson Rice will shimmy his way through the defensive line for 6 yards and a first down.
Just an awesome play there. You got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line on that one. Good job by Elijah Chuck, the center, getting off the ball, because snapping that and getting off the ball quick, because that went right behind him.
Coming up on 2:45 left to go in quarter number 1. Mingus trailing 7-0, but driving. Stokes steps back, has trouble, and tries to escape and can't do so. He will end up being sacked out there by number 84, who will pick up the sack, a 1-yard sack. Actually, they're going to give him a 3-yard sack all the way back there. How about that?
Second and 13 on the Marauders.
That's just that speed and size combination right now for Mesquite. That play, the defensive line, was able to get off the ball much quicker than the Marauders, and it showed.
Second and 13. Rice is in the backfield with Stokes. He's got 3 receivers to the near side. Will throw quickly to the near side. De La Haye makes a move, runs up in the middle, and runs into trouble and will end up losing yardage. So did not cut that one to the outside, cut back inside, and will end up losing about 3 yards on the reception.
Yeah, you can see Rain Stokes, our Marauders offensive leader, quarterback, man of many talents out there. And he's kind of given the whole, hey, get up north and south, don't cut back inside. Let's get some positive yards here. And it's good leadership by the captain, and Marauders have a huge third down here.
3rd and 16 according to the board. 3 receivers to the near side. Stokes takes the snap, looks to throw, and will step up and start to run and tries to get back toward the 50. He will gain about 1, and that's going to bring up 4th and long at the Mingus Marauder 49-yard line, and it looks like Mesquite may have held here. So, unless there's 3 offsides in a row.
I'm game to try it, and I hope Coach Mingus is game to try it. No, Jack, you will probably see a punt here. I mean, you're right. If you can get him to jump 3 times in a row, I feel like that's some kind of that's another top 10, ESPN top 10.
Yeah, no doubts. Yeah, 4th and 16. Actually, 4th and 16, you'd need to do it 4 times in a row. Stokes is back to punt. See if he actually gets a punt off. Good snap. Punt is a low line drive, and it's going to bounce at about the 20. It'll be picked up and covered out there by the Mingus Marauders. They're going to drop him at about the 18-yard line. So, Mingus unable to score here in the first quarter. However, what they did do was they ran the quarter down to 21 seconds left. So, they possessed the ball for 5.5 minutes here in their first drive and got some help from Mesquite.
Yeah, and also avoided a turnover. Kudos, thank you to the penalty. And they also showed some discipline on that drive.
3 receivers out there, and more of an I formation for the offset I, and there is the snap, and they will hand it off, and Chazarek will get spun around and finally brought down by the Mingus Marauders. He is going to gain 3 as they give him forward progress.
And great job by Ethan Montiel on that play, just standing up his offensive lineman and shaking him to the side. Able to make a great play.
That's going to be the last play of quarter number 1. Quarter number 2 around the quarter. The Mingus Marauders trail 7-0. Visiting Wildcats have the ball when we come back after this.
Larry Green Chevrolet has been an important partner to this community for over 30 years. Whether it be offering outstanding service and deals to the Verde Valley or providing support to schools, charities, and community events, we have made it a part of our business. We love and support the growth and future of Cottonwood and our surrounding areas. That's why we refer to our dealership as the People Place. Larry Green Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Yavapai County, and we are proud to support our Mingus High School football. Go Marauders!
Well, they're going to switch sides at my house here at the cave.
The cave's bumping right now.
All right, second quarter action underway, so it is going to be Mesquite that is going to go from left to right across your radio dial. Mingus will come out defensively here, facing two receivers to the top, one receiver down to the bottom, and one running back in the backfield.
Second and 6.
A big defensive stand here for Mingus.
2nd and 6, it says on the board. I thought it would be more like 2nd and 7. There is the handoff, and rushing up the middle, decent push. He's going to get out to about the 25-yard line, so give him about another 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And Elijah Chupp helping some of his defensive linemen get up out there. Jordan Watson inside on the tackle. So interior defensive line doing a good job at not getting pushed back too far. Mesquite's offensive line got a good push, but they didn't get far.
3rd and 3. This will be a huge defensive stand here for Mingus. There's the snap, lots of movement. Throw is downfield and off the receiver's hands and incomplete. Lots of movement in the backfield and at the line. I'm surprised we didn't see a flag one way or the other, but that is going to be an incomplete pass and bring up 4th down. And Mingus could potentially get the ball back here.
Yeah, I mean, good break, but just a good defensive series for the Marauders, as it does look like Mesquite will punt it. Obviously, we're not quite sure because it is 4th and short, but they are deep in their own zone. I would imagine he's kicking it.
Yep, he's sitting at his own 11-yard line. Mingus has one man back at the 40. There's the snap. Right footer gets it up, and it will bounce. And it'll be picked up by the Mingus Marauders going the opposite way. Good return, and unfortunately a flag comes out at the 47-yard line. He gets out to the 45, but I have a feeling that might come back from the Mingus Marauder 47-yard line for maybe a block in the back. Could be, maybe not. We shall see.
If that's the case, Jackie, I think they're going to get Dawson on the block in the back, and man, that's close. It didn't quite look like it was directly in the bag. That was a close one, but you got to be careful out there. And sometimes you just got to throw your hands up and almost get in the defender's way. Yeah, that's unfortunate for the Marauders. That'll back them up.
So that cost the Mingus Marauders about 20 yards in field position. Mingus will take over at their own 37-yard line, trying to get something going. So far, Mingus with 3 first downs in the game, 2 by penalty and 1 by Rice. There's the snap. Wayne Stokes steps back, looks to throw, needs some help, comes to the near side, decides he's going to run it, and pulls on the speed and will get tackled by his shoulder pads and thrown down and out of bounds somewhere around the 43-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6.
And absolutely love the blocking on that. Jackie, you know I'm going to call out the offensive lineman here when I see pancakes, and I might even change that to pizza blocks. Just a flat pizza block that time. Elijah Chupp and Ethan Montiel, nice job, fellas, on that offensive line. They had to get up from on top of their defenders that last play.
2nd and 4, 2 receivers both sides for the Mingus Marauders. Stokes is back to throw again. Steps up, has a little bit of time, throws, and bounces it out to his intended receiver. Intended to Mario Tinsley.
Wow, and I think, Jackie, this might be a holding call, and it came in late. I mean, just a great blocking scheme by the Marauder offensive line. I saw one Mesquite defensive lineman kind of do a somersault because he got hit so hard. Well, let's see, and they're going to wave it.
No flag on the play, 3rd and 4.
So no foul on the play. They pick up the flag and wave it off. So, again, a big sigh of relief. And it brings up 3rd and somewhat manageable again, 3rd and 4. Are you at a spot in the field at your own 43 that you would go for it on 4th down? There's a snap. Stokes steps back. He's looking for somewhere to go. He's got to scramble. He's in trouble, and he will get thrown and pushed out of bounds right at about the 39-yard line. He's going to lose 3. That's going to bring up 4th and long out there for the Mingus Marauders.
And Jackie, I think right now, this early in the game, you're only down by 1 score. I think you punt the ball away. You do not want to give Mesquite the ball this close. You want to make him drive the field. Marauders defense already showed that they can get a stop, so might as well boot it.
39-yard line.
9:48 left to go in quarter number 2. 7-0 the score if you're just joining us. The first drive of the game by Mesquite resulted in points. And Mingus is going to go and punt their second time this game. There is the snap. Good snap. The punt is partially blocked, and it will bounce. It'll get picked up at about the 50-yard line, and he's got a run on the outside and pushed out of bounds, but a great job by Mesquite partially blocking it. I think they pushed the blocker into the punt, and they're going to get the run back to the 35-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. Great field position here for Mesquite.
Yeah, and that's, that's a hard one to swallow for the Marauders. It's almost the same as the turnover on downs. Actually, a little bit worse for the Marauders. Mesquite's getting that up in a little bit of a better field position here.
35-yard line.
2 receivers to the near side, a wing on the wing and a receiver on the opposite side. Mingus trying to get somebody in very late. There's the snap, and it will be a pass to the near side up underneath, and cutting it back. Mingus is able to contain it for a 5-yard gain as TJ Outen, O-T-T-U-N, Outen will pick up the reception for 5 yards.
And absolutely love that job by Cameron Houseman on that play for the defense. He does not get sold going backwards or anything. He stays right in his spot and keeps his angle pursuit. And he's the one that came up with the tackle there as the Mesquite trying to cut that back into the inside.
One back in the backfield, 2nd and 5 from the Mingus Marauder 30-yard line. Lots of movement, low snap, quarterback picks it up, he's in trouble, and down he goes. That will be the first sack of the year, as it looks like Watson gets in there, as well as Robertson. And that will be a huge sack of 10 yards for the Mingus Marauders.
Have yourself a slice of pizza, Jordan Watson. That's awesome. It's a big sack right there for the Marauders. And, boy, defensively, that's exactly what you need to get some momentum going.
Minus 10 yards on the play. 40-yard line, there's the snap. Ramirez steps back, heaves downfield, and he puts it up, and it is the best person in position to catch that ball was the Mingus Marauder, Xavier Thompson. He played that absolutely perfectly. The only thing he didn't do was come up with the interception, but there was no way the receiver was going to get that. Now 4th and 15, and now at the Mingus Marauder 40-yard line, do you go for it or do you punt?
Boy, Mesquite's in a really good spot right now. I mean, they can do either or here, Jackie. I mean, just good on the Marauders for forcing another 4th down. Mesquite's going to line up like they're going to punt it.
I think you said it right. They're going to line up like they're going to punt it. Let's see if they do that. There's the snap, and the snap is fumbled, and the punt is up, and it's not a great punt, and it will take a bounce out of bounds. It'll go out of bounds somewhere around the 22, 23, 24-yard line. That will be a net punt of about 16 yards, and Mingus, after getting their own punt partially blocked, survives that, gets the ball back with 7:45 left to go in quarter number 2, down by a score 7-0.
And I can imagine, Jackie, that right now the Butterflies are going through the digestive system, and they're not there anymore. Okay, everybody's settled down. You've already had a couple series out there. You kind of know what the defense is going to look like. You know what the guy you're trying to block right now is going to look like. So Marauders have a great chance to get down here and tie the game.
This is where it starts to come into play. What coaching staff can make adjustments quicker? And we have a Mesquite player that has sat down on the field. That's going to be Tristan Seldevar. And hopefully he is going to be okay. You know what? We're going to take a quick 30-second break with him with the injury timeout. We will return to Mingus Union High School right after this.
On the plate, number 8, Tristan Salvador.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
And back here at Mingus Union High School, And the snap is on the ground. It's picked up by Dawson Rice. Rice will run it. Rice is going the opposite direction, and Rice somehow makes a 2-yard gain off of a fumbled snap.
I'm speechless. I'm not quite sure how that works out. Couple Mesquite defenders looked like they were possibly going to jump on the football. Dawson Rice makes some magic happen.
26-yard line.
Picks up 2 yards. The snap was on the ground, and Stokes is fumbling it around, and Rice went, I'll take the handoff off the ground, no problem. Picks it up, runs, picks up 2 yards, and he will get the ball back. This time he's hit as soon as he gets to the line, and will actually lose a yard, maybe 2. Let's see where they're going to mark that. They are going to mark it right at the 25-yard line, so they're going to say he lost a yard. So somebody got off their block very quickly and stood right in the hole where Rice was supposed to go, and that brings up 3rd and 9 to the Mingus Marauders for their own 25-yard line. 6:39 left to go in quarter number 2. The Mingus Marauders still trailing 7-0 to the Mesquite Wildcats.
Yeah, very much a defensive game right now, Jackie. Both teams kind of feeling each other out. Beginning of the season, getting used to the offense.
Jump goes to the outside. Stokes steps back, looks to throw, puts it up, has a man, and it is a jump ball out there and out of bounds. Coming down with the ball, but I believe out of bounds is going to be the defensive player. An excellent play, but that's going to bring up 4th down and go as an incomplete pass out there. Now, I'll tell you something. Nick, that play was open. Unfortunately, the ball didn't quite get there quick enough. The ball hung up in the air just a little bit too long where the defensive player had make-up speed to catch back up to the ball.
Yeah, that's right, and that's a good call, Jackie. It certainly did. Rain Stokes was just a few inches away from that being a breakaway catch.
Stokes is back to punt. Got this last one partially blocked, and we will have a delay of game against the Mingus Marauders. Clock will stop with 6:14 on the clock. 30 yards of penalties against the Mingus Marauders. Mesquite has 30 yards of penalties. 60 so far. Last year in game number 1, 150 yards in penalties.
We're almost on pace.
Almost.
Stokes punting 14-14.
So Stokes will now be punting, standing at his own 5-yard line. Wildcats look like they're coming after it again. This one he gets off, and it is going to be a short punt. It'll take a Mingus Marauder bounce, and it stays in bounds, and it keeps going and going and going down to the 32-yard line. That works out to be a phenomenal punt for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, what a dual weapon the Marauders have. It's just an awesome job by the Marauders offense, able to punt it real deep and make Mesquite work for it. They're giving the defense a chance here.
43 yards on the punt.
Wow.
43 yards on the punt. 6:02 left to go in quarter number 2. The Mingus Marauders still trailing 7-0. The Wildcats scored on their first drive. They get the ball back at their own 32-yard line. Tight formation. This is different. And there is the snap, and it is going to be a run. And bouncing it to the outside and taking off is Chazarek. And it is a foot race. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He loses the ball and jumps back on it somehow. The Mingus Marauders punch it out, and then he gets back on the ball at the Mingus Marauders 17-yard line. Talk about luck.
Man, my emotions are all over the place already. That's we got a flag back here, way back here, Jackie. At the markers, we have a flag. So a break for the Marauders.
It could be a break for the Marauders. We shall see. I noticed that the chains weren't moving, and I was wondering what the problem would be.
Wow.
So it would have been a phenomenal gain out there for the Wildcats. Parker put it, man, that kid's got a second gear, I'll tell you what.
He's got size, too.
Yeah. He's got a second gear, and they are going to set the ball at the 33-yard line. Now, wait a second. They say 1st and 15, but okay, now you got to make it 1st and 15. There you go. All right. So 1st and 15. and it takes away almost a 50-yard run out there. And they hand it off again, coming to the near side. Mingus able to jump on it. A gain of 9 makes a second and reasonable out there, 2nd and 6.
Well, good job, Ethan Montiel in there, one of the first defensive linemen for the Marauders. Get a hand on that ball carrier.
There's the snap, handoff coming to the near side and running into the Mingus Marauders. Finally, they get a pushback. They're going to give him forward progress out to the 39-yard line, which is going to bring up a 3rd and a long 3 out there.
Yeah, it's going to be all thanks to Jordan Watson, Marauders defensive line, and you saw there Dawson Rice come over and give him a fist bump. Nice job, big guy. Thanks for not letting me have to do anything on that play.
Right.
Watson just stands them all up.
3rd and 4, 2 receivers to the far side, plus a wing. Ramirez in the backfield takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw, and will try the screen. Mingus has a chance. Can they stop it? No, they don't. As the Wildcats picks up the first down, able to escape a would-be tackler out there. That would have made all the difference with a 4th down. Instead, it goes for the first down and a gain of 6.
And more importantly, Jackie, the clock just continues to run here in a very, very defensive game right now.
Mesquite 1st and 10 from their own 48.
Mesquite's not in that hurry up like we saw earlier in the game. They're taking a little bit more time.
There's the snap, and the quarterback steps back to throw. He's going to heave. He puts it downfield, and getting turned around was the defense. That was a well-designed play. They had 2 receivers going in the same direction. The pass intended to Lucero, but also out there was Joyner, and the Mingus Marauders able to cover it, 2nd and 10, and it does stop the clock at the 48-yard line of the Mesquite squad. 4:10 left to go in quarter number 2, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it's crucial the Marauders try to stop them here in this series. That way they have some time left.
There's the handoff as he goes up the middle and gets a good push out to the Mingus Marauder 46-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Number 26, Parker with a 6-yard gain.
Ethan Montiel again. One of our defensive linemen getting his hands on the ball carrier from Mesquite right at the line of scrimmage.
34 from their own 46-yard line.
46-yard line, 3:40 left to go in quarter number 2. Ramirez takes the snap and now pitches it to the near side. He's got some running room. He's got some blockers and able to get out there for a first down. And picking up needed 4, and he gets 8 out there. And that's going to be Kizmarek out there for another first down.
What a nice little stretch. You see him stretch the ball at the end of that play just to make sure they got the first down. What a smart play there. You got to be careful. You got to be careful as a ball carrier when you're stretching the ball out, but he does a nice job of making sure no one's there going to swat it out, and Mesquite gets the first down.
38-yard line. Yep, Mingus could take a turnover here. 3 minutes left to go in the first half. Ramirez takes the snap. They hand it off. And Mingus trying to contain him, running through Mingus Marauders all the way for a first down. Inside the 30, down to the 28-yard line. And another strong run by Kazmarek.
Number 5, Cody.
Yeah, that's a good job. That's a lot of Mesquite's offensive line getting off the ball fast. That left side able to get upfield and get some blockers on the linebacking core, which is going to open it up for the running backs there.
Mingus trying not to go down by 2 scores here late in the second quarter. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 receiver and a wing. They put a man in motion, and they hand it off to the second man. It's going to be Kazarek. He tries the outside, runs through a Mingus Marauder, and they're going to mark him down at the 20-yard line.
Number 26, Parker.
An 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2 out there.
Marauders defensive line out there. Give some credit to Trenton Patton, a freshman out there for the Marauders, able to get in the backfield as he comes off substitution, giving the offensive and defensive linemen some breaks.
Mesquite taking their time with control of the ball, under 2 minutes left to go. tight formation again. This is where they were able to break it out and run. And Mingus gets into the backfield and is able to take down the ball carrier. Running the ball was number 41, St. Santiago, and he will lose yardage.
Jordan Watson, the way he tackled that defender right there, that's kind of how you make pizza dough, Jack. You got the big hook and it spins the dough around, and Watson able to tackle Mesquite for a loss there. What a great defensive play.
A timeout called on the play there. 1:36 left to go. We're going to take a quick break with them. We'll return in 30 seconds.
Bring the action.
Call Rick or Bath, adding tremendous value to your home. Organize the garage and store stuff right.
And back we are, a 3rd and 5, a crucial point in the game. 1:36 left to go in quarter number 2. Ramirez steps back, looks to throw, has time, puts it up. It's into the end zone and intercepted. Running it out of the end zone is the Mingus Marauders and getting caught, and then steady getting through the first wave of tacklers and then out to the 19-yard line. And the Mingus Marauders pick up the interception out there. I think... Is that Joe Felix with the interception?
Jose Felix back there, Jackie, you bet. That's just an outstanding play by Jose Felix, getting back in coverage, playing the safety. He's in the end zone. Mesquite made it real clear that they looked like they were taking an end zone shot. Jose Felix says, nuh-uh, not tonight. It's a great interception.
He got the ball back exactly to the 20-yard line. I thought he would take a knee in the end zone. 1:21. Mingus has 1:21 left on the clock with their own 3 timeouts left. 3 receivers to the near side. Stokes takes the snap, looks to throw, and now decides to run, goes up the middle, and will gain a little, maybe about 2 or 3. 1:13 on the clock. The clock continues to roll.
Yeah, and you can see Stokes, he's antsy out there, Jack. You can tell he wants to use his feet a little bit more. And we know he's got the feet for it. He's got some good speed, so look out. He might try to use that more and more as he's able to get a couple yards there.
Coach Latham putting in signals here. Mingus looking at their wrists. 51 seconds left to go as Mingus is taking its time, which I understand they're deep in their own territory. 3 receivers to the right-hand side. Stokes takes the snap, looks to throw, throws, has a screen, up underneath, makes one man miss, back to the line of scrimmage, and then a little bit more. Now, Mesquite seems to think that there's a fumble on the play, and let's see if they did get it.
Wow, they got it.
A fumble on the play.
Oh, what a tough break for the Marauders, and you know, Jackie, that's just something that happens when you're cutting from the inside, going outside. You got to be careful as a wide receiver running back not to be going lateral. Mesquite able to get a big paw in there, knock the ball out, and with 31 seconds, Mesquite's going to give themselves a chance to double up on the score here.
And there's the snap. Quarterback comes to the near side. Ramirez looks to throw, throws downfield off the fingertips of the would-be receiver out there. Stops the clock with 25 seconds. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Great throw. That's just an absolute dime of a throw right at his fingertips. Marauders got lucky on that. It's not like it was bad coverage at all. It's just a really good throw. Just, fortunately, they're not able to come up with it.
2nd and 10 from the Mingus Marauder 24. Mingus trails 7-0. Mesquite with 25 seconds left to go, trying to score at the end of the half. Ramirez steps back, sets up the screen, has Jazarek up underneath, goes to the outside, and streams to the end zone, and he's marked out short of the end zone. He goes out of bounds at about the 1-yard line with 16 seconds left.
Talk about a goal line stand here for the Marauders. This is gut check time. I mean, first half of football, and here we are with a couple seconds left. It's gut check time. They're going to blow it dead. That play had just started. Looked like a QB sneak, but they blew it dead. Let's see what the call is.
A timeout for Mingus. So a good call by the Mingus Marauders, and we're going to keep it here for the timeout. So the screen pass up underneath goes for 23 yards, and you had to imagine that they were going to go to their main player because, I mean, Kazmarlik has been their go-to guy for the entire game. So you had to imagine that they were going to go to him. And unfortunately, Mingus was able to get him pushed out of bounds right there at the 1 yard line, not giving up the score. However, this is going to be a tough spot here for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, most certainly, Jackie, and it's time for the defensive linemen. I'm sure we're going to be stacking the line in there. I mean, Mesquite looks like they're, inside the one. That's a really tough spot. You're going to have a nose guard right over the center of that ball, and boy, you really got to get low in your legs here, Jackie, and not give up any yards going backwards.
Quarterback up under center, and he will push, and they will throw him into the end zone for the touchdown. A 1 yard run by Ramirez, and that makes it a 13-0 score. Oh, this is a game of inches and seconds, is it not, my friend?
Yeah, it most certainly is. Man, we were just hoping that the Marauders were going to be able to go down and maybe tie this thing up, and just like that, a turnover is going to change the tides. And Mesquite able to double down on their score.
Extra point, low snap, picks it up, sets it well. Good hands by the holder, and it is no good. No good. 13-10. Mingus, we're going to take a break. When we come back in 30 seconds, Mingus will have a kickoff attempt to score here and try to get back into this one. We'll return to Mingus Union High School right after this.
Elementary education, and art. Fall semester starts on August 15th, so there's still time to register. Visit us online today at yc.edu/admission to connect with your future career.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, it is a different kicker. No, I'm sorry. No, it is Fowler. Fowler's going to kick off. Let's see if he squibs it. And he does. He squibs it, and it comes down to a front man. Mingus is just going to have no other chance but to lay on it. And that took 5 seconds of the Mingus's 10 seconds left. Robertson covers the ball for the Mingus Marauders. And Mingus will have first and goal from their own 29-yard line.
I think the safe play here is just take a knee and go into halftime. You're down 2 scores. Wasn't a terrible first half for the Marauders. Honestly, otherwise off, get used to your systems, your offensive plays, and the Marauders are going to have to make some adjustments at halftime.
Indeed, my stout friend. I want to thank Jones Fords for being our scoreboard sponsor out here. Mingus is in the kneel down position, and they will take the knee and run out the half. And that is going to be the first half of football for the 2024 Mingus Marauders. Mingus trails this one 13-0 at halftime. Mingus will get the ball first here in half number 2. We're going to take a break. We will return for our halftime show coming up right after this.
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettle's has you covered. Don't settle, get Gettle's, and go Marauders!
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
Larry Green Chevrolet has been an important partner to this community for over 30 years. Whether it be offering outstanding service and deals to the Verde Valley or providing support to schools, charities, and community events, we have made it a part of our business. We love and support the growth and future of Cottonwood and our surrounding areas. That's why we refer to our dealership as the People Place. Larry Green Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Yavapai County, and we are proud to support our Mingus High School football. Go Marauders!
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call D-Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, D-Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency. For honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done right the first time, call D-Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
High School, home of the Marauders. The 2024 season is underway as the Mingus Marauders trail the Mesquite Wildcats by a score of 13-0 here at halftime. So Mesquite scored on their first drive. Mesquite scored in the last 10 seconds. So they kind of bookend the Mingus Marauders here for the game so far. So in the first quarter, a 16-yard pass to Ramirez from Ramirez to Mercado Midfield with a 16-yard touchdown, and the extra point was good by Fowler. It was 7-0. Second quarter with 10 seconds left to go, a 1-yard sneak by Ramirez. The extra point was not good, and so then here we are at halftime with a score of 13-0.
Now please welcome your
Mingus had some stops. Both teams have a turnover here. So at one particular point, the squad from Mesquite threw into the end zone. Felix picks it off for the Mingus Marauders, brings it out to the 22 plays later. A screen pass is fumbled. Mingus gives the ball back at the 24-yard line, and then a big run by their playmaker out there, and that makes it the huge difference here in the game. It made it a two-score game.
Yeah, and that's just one of those plays. It's going to have a game-changing effect. Like you said, the turnovers, Marauders able to get on the board. Jose Felix with an awesome interception in the end zone. But the Marauders defensively, besides that very first series where Mesquite was able to take it the full length of the field, 80 yards, and get a score, they had nothing. Marauders really kind of gave it. Shooting ourselves in the foot with that turnover at the end of the half. It gave it to them, all close to the red zone where they were able to punch it in off a good run. But no, the Marauders are going to have to make some adjustments at halftime and come out and try to find some points.
No doubt. On the ground, 72 yards for the visiting squad from Mesquite. Parker Kazmarek with 11 carries and 67 yards. Throwing the ball, David Ramirez has got 72 yards in the air. And he is 6 for 12 with 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 72 yards. His touchdown throw for 16 yards in quarter number 1. And so about 150 yards of total offense here. Mingus had some stops here in the first half, but offensively just haven't really been able to get going. So you've got Stokes, who is, believe it or not, 4 for 7, but 0 yards because 2 of his passes went forward, 2 of his passes went backward as they were screen passes out there. On the ground, Dawson Rice leads all rushers for the Mingus Marauders with 4 carries and 15 yards. Stokes has been sacked once, but he still has 5 carries and 3 yards for the Mingus Marauders. Shane Chump has gone backward a couple of times. So Mingus has got 11 carries for 14 yards, no yardage in the air, and that doesn't bid well stat-wise. It really doesn't bid well stat-wise. However, Mingus legitimately could have been in and out of quarter number 1, still down 1 score.
Yeah, and it's been a tight game. You know, that the yardage is a little bit deceiving there for the Marauders. And you're right, Jackie, they've got to find a way to get more yardage. You're not going to be able to win games and put up points with that kind of yardage. But for being that way, the Marauders, this is a tight game. And with the turnovers, they're able to find themselves only 2 scores down. And like you said, it should just be 1 score, really.
Right, yep, no. All right, game of inches and a game of seconds. I'll tell you what, a couple more seconds, one more play later, and Mesquite doesn't have the time to actually do something. We're going to take a break as we are in the Longfellow Excavating halftime report here at Mingus Union High School. And I want to thank Longfellow for sponsoring, once again, a name that Mingus Marauders historians know well, a former Marauder himself. And we'll return to Mingus Union High School after this.
Ian Cohen, we're here for you. Let's go, Marauders!
For over 20 years, Roxu Screen Printers has been the Verde Valley's choice for custom business and sporting apparel. Bring your ideas and logos to Roxu Screen Printers and watch as your creations come to life. Choose from an extensive selection of items available for your company, team, or organization's logo. From t-shirts and hats, specialty items, and embroidered company attire, you can get started with a quote by calling 928-646-5734 or email dawn@rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com.
Call Rick or Scott Stokes at Sun Country Custom Woodworks about cabinets for every purpose and every budget. Sun Country Custom Woodworks can custom build cabinets for your dream kitchen or bath, adding tremendous value to your home. Organize the garage and store stuff right with a call to Sun Country. And ask about money-saving options, including modular cabinet choices. Your cabinets may not be from this century. For ideas, start at suncountrywoodworks.com.
Well, no job too big, no job too small for our friends at Longfellow Excavating. I had Josh do some work for me in Camp Verde. We set a couple of different houses out there, and he did a great job for me. And I want to say hello to the Longfellow Excavating, our halftime sponsor out here for the Mingus Marauders. And of course, you can reach out to them, look them up, and no job too big, too small, and moving dirt. They can do septic systems, all sorts of different things. Longfellow Excavating, our halftime sponsor out here. Once again, game of inches, game of moments out here. And the Mingus Marauders now sitting at halftime, obviously haven't put up a lot of offensive yards. So what do you do here? How do you change this up here for the second half?
Well, I think most importantly, it's making the adjustments to find the end zone, Jackie. Somehow you got to get the offense in a little bit of a groove. We saw a few first downs from the Marauders, but you got to be able to build several of those first downs in a row and have a good drive, similar to Mesquite's very first drive. The Marauders can put together a drive like that, and it'll give you a lot of confidence going forward. But I would say that the biggest thing is getting points in this next half.
Well, I think that's going to be absolutely key and crucial. It's going to be getting points here in the second half, obviously, but, a sustaining drive. Now, the Mingus Marauders picked up 3 first downs on one drive, 2 of them by penalty, and 1 of them by Rice. And, Mingus had a little bit of momentum there and then kind of stalled out a little bit and unable to actually get some points out there. Now, I think Mingus is going to need a turnover. I think Mingus is going to need some sort of an open field break here to go their way to try to get some momentum going.
Yeah, either that or if they can slow the game down, and by that I kind of mean get on the board, right, make this a one-possession game, and then you can slow that down where you don't need to have, an 80-yard scramble to just stay in the game. The Marauders still have a good game plan. They just got to be able to go out and execute. And a lot of kudos go over to Mesquite's DBs. I mean, that whole first half, we saw Mesquite's defensive backs make great plays.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were above average plays. We saw the DBs slapping the balls down, and they were good throws by Stokes. So, and almost an interception that thankfully got wiped out from a penalty.
Right.
But, yeah, Mesquite's DBs are playing extremely well right now. So they've got to be happy with that performance. And it's just another, hill to climb for the Marauders offensively.
Well, you bring that up, and the interception was actually negated by a roughing the passer. So in that sense, you could definitely say that Stokes did everything possible to not throw that interception.
yeah, most certainly. And that's, boy, I don't know if you went and you gave the referee some lunch money or how that works, but that was a beautiful play, and we were up here in the box wiping the sweat off our foreheads. So that worked for us.
They'll look at that one, when they do films, and somebody's going to get a talking to about that one, because the ball was run back to the Mingus Marauder 3-yard line, and instead Mingus got the ball back out here at the 40. We're going to take a break. We're going to see if we can catch any other scores out there and talk about where some of the Mingus Marauders went after last season. We will return to the Longfellow Excavating halftime report when we come back after this.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Yavapai College has many degree and certificate programs to get you on track to a rewarding, well-paying career in a variety of industries such as healthcare, manufacturing, construction, elementary education, and art. Fall semester starts on August 15th, so there's still time to register. Visit us online today at yc.edu/admission to connect with your future career.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettles High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettles has you covered. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
Well, back here at Mingus Union High School, it really doesn't matter what happens, and it doesn't matter how many yards you get. What matters is the points on the board. Mingus trails here at halftime by a score of 13-0. Any other scores out there that you were able to find so far?
Well, the only one I saw, Jackie, from the Gridiron tweets was a Cactus Sunny Slope update where Cactus is up 26-6 on Sunny Slope. but we'll try to get some more 4A scores coming in.
We had some Mingus Marauders from all different kinds of sports head off to the next stage of their life, which is pretty awesome.
How exciting, down at the University of Ottawa, which is in Surprise, Arizona.
Yeah.
That's about 15 miles from myself.
They can order your pizza.
I can go order pizza or watch them play some games.
Yeah.
So that'll be exciting, and congratulations to a few players who ended up signing with Ottawa University. One of those, Isaiah Lathan. How many times we called his name in the last few seasons. What an outstanding player. Ottawa's super lucky to get these guys. Nicholas Choate joining Latham. Clay Bowers also. So those three guys, man, what a hoot that's got to be for them in Ottawa. Of course, Ottawa Surprise, Arizona, Ottawa University. And Coy Miller signed with the Ottawa University baseball team as well, Jackie.
Yeah, so 3 Mingus Marauders going to Ottawa University, and we had a volleyball player move on to the next level as well out there, which was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, Michaela Martinez also signed with Ottawa University in Kansas. So she's going to be heading out of state to the different branch of that, but just such an exciting time for these young athletes.
No doubts. Well, congratulations, and that's certainly a hope to be able to play at the next level. And, whatever your sport happens to be, that's just an exciting piece. And the Mingus Marauders next week are going to be on the road, Australia Foothills down in Avondale, Goodyear area. And last year, the Mingus Marauders got blanked by the Wolves here at Mingus Union High School. It was their home opener. That one a score of 16-0. It was 9-0 at halftime, 13-0 at halftime, and then the Wolves put on 7 more late in the fourth quarter to make the difference in that one. So the Mingus Marauders, I think Mingus is learning a bunch here. They're going to get the ball back here in the first half. Special teams could play such a major role here. Even if the special teams doesn't score, but actually flips the field, that could be absolutely huge. Now, defensively, what do you think they were talking about here for the Mingus Marauders in halftime?
You just got to contain defensively. We saw these big runs that Mesquite has had. They're coming off of broken tackles. So the Marauders have been there initially. They're there at the line of scrimmage, and they can make that play. So maybe getting 1 or 2 Marauders there at the scene of contact, right, which is right at the line of scrimmage or right after, and just wrap them up, bring them down, and don't let Mesquite get into that secondary and have a breakout play. And we've only seen a couple of those. So if the Marauders can clean that up and just wrap up and take your man to the ground, they'll be able to clean that up.
We're just about ready for kickoff out here as the Wildcats are going to be set to kick off, and so hopefully we can get our cameras back to the field out there. 28 seconds left to go in halftime, and the Mingus Marauders have Remington Stokes back, as well as Kobe De La Haye for the Mingus Marauders.
We've seen Kobe De La Haye have some great returns. He's an exciting player to watch with the football.
So Mingus has only been able to complete the little passes, the screen passes. Mingus has not been able to complete anything downfield as of yet. The defensive backs here for Mesquite look pretty fast. I think it's going to be hard to throw over them. So we're going to have to figure out some sort of crossing routes or something like that to get some people open. They're going to use the right hash as Mesquite is going to kick off from the 40, going from left to right across your radio dial. Mingus will be receiving from right to left, wearing the red out here. Red on red with the white letters. And the white team kicks off. It's going to come down to De La Haye, who takes it at the 10-yard line. Comes up, follows his lead block. Cuts across the middle, gets to the outside. There's a block. He's across the 30, the 40. Spins out of a tackle and almost breaks it out as he gets across the 45-yard line to the 47 or 48 out there.
And you can't draw it up any better right there. That's a great way to start the half. You won the coin toss to start the game, and that's exactly what you wanted to do right there. Have a nice, huge return to start the second half. Give your offense a shorter field to work with.
Certainly gets them away from their own end zone as they are knocking on Mesquite's side of the field here.
Coach Latham's signal looks like the gator chomping down.
Yes, I was definitely thinking Florida while he was doing that. I'm like, interesting. I wonder what they do for the Georgia sign.
Call that one up here in the box.
Aha! Mingus sends one receiver way out to the side, and now he comes back, but he's moving, and now he is set. Stokes claps the hand and looks to throw. Now will run, comes to the near side, looks to get a block, cuts up underneath the block, and gets himself down to the 40-yard line. A good gain, 12-yard run for the Mingus Marauder quarterback.
Yeah, he's got great vision. I mean, Rain Stokes looks like a running back. It's an outstanding job of using your patience, and he didn't see anybody open initially, so he just kind of sat there for a second, scanned the field, and picked a pocket and ran for it.
Got one good block and downfield and read it very well. One back in the backfield, 3 receivers to the right side. Stokes clasps his hands and throws out to the outside. There's the screen, and Mingus is able to break through and rolling and getting a first down. Finally, the screen works for the Mingus Marauders, and they pick up 11 yards on the outside with Shane Chupp.
An awesome job for the Marauders offense. What confidence they're building right now. Coming out of halftime, the adjustments look like they've been there. Marauders have seemed more confident in these last few plays as they look to the sidelines, waiting for the play to come in.
That's Chubb's second reception on the game. This time the screen bubble does work. 2 backs in the backfield out there with Stokes. And there's the snap. They hand it off to Chubb. Chubb up the middle. He's got a lane. He's at the 5. And touchdown. The Mingus Marauders score from 30 yards out. That's like a 23 blast.
Woo! A run. That's just a great play. And, man, that's a play that I know myself. That's got to be a 21 or a 20 trap right up the middle. I mean, you're going off your offensive line. Nice job there. Elijah, Montiel, these guys in the interior offensive line. Landon doing a good job of getting a push. What a nice, just wide open space for Chuck to sprint into the end zone.
30-yard run for the first touchdown for the Mingus Marauders here this season, and a good run back, and 3 plays later, and the Mingus Marauders have made this a 1-score game. Stokes is out there for the extra point. The hold is down. The kick is up. The kick looks good. The kick is good. And just like that, the cannon goes off for the second time. First time was before the game. And it's 10:31 left to go in quarter number 3. The Jones-Ford scoreboard says the Mingus Marauders trailing 13-7. Kickoffs right after this. We'll be back.
Yavapai College has many degree and certificate programs to get you on track to a rewarding, well-paying career in a variety of industries such as healthcare, manufacturing, construction, elementary education, and art. Fall semester starts on August 15th, so there's still time to register. Visit us online today at yc.edu/admission to connect with your future career.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, and Mingus, just like that, jumps right back in it. Takes a drive, 52 yards for a touchdown in 3 plays, and cuts the lead in more than half, 13-7 out here.
It's great to see the offense come alive, Jackie. You get on the board, and that's exactly what we talked about in the halftime show. You got to get on the board and get some confidence, and Marauders able to do that just a couple minutes in.
Well, the first kickoff of the game, Stokes kicked it into the end zone for a touchback. Let's see if he does it again. And this one is going to be a ground ball, and it is on the ground right at about the 25-yard line. And jumping on it is one of the Mesquite squad. Number 50 out there will come up with it. That is going to be Connor Hammond. And they kicked it at Skylar Ruby, who got hands on it, but unable to get the greased pig in his hands. 26-yard line is going to be the starting spot out here for the Mesquite squad. Now, do you think that was on purpose? Do you think Mingus was trying to get some sort of a turnover off of a bounce there?
It kind of looked on purpose. I mean, we've seen Stokes kick, and he's got great form and everything. It looked like an intentional squib kick, and if it wasn't, we're all entitled to those kind of kicks.
Tight formation. Here goes the sweep, and going to the outside. He's got running room. He hits the corner and is taken down and out of bounds near midfield. And picking up right where he left off out there is number 26. He has been the bread and butter out there for his squad. And that's Kazmarek. And he picks up a big first down.
And you see Cameron Houseman out there. He's showing a little bit of frustration. He's saying that he got held on that play in the interior of that offensive line.
There's holding on every play. Back to normal formation out here. Man in motion, and there's the snap. It is a jet sweep coming to the near side. Multiple blockers and getting a tackle out there, but a flag comes in. That might be an illegal block or a hold, something along those lines downfield. So they're going to place the ball at the Mingus Marauder 45-yard line. An ankle tackle out there for Mingus. The expectation is that the ball is going to go, or the penalty rather, is going to go against the Mesquite Wildcats. Mesquite's getting back to the line, and they are going to back them up. So they're going to say the penalty happened at the 46-yard line. Oh, a face mask. That should be a 15-yard penalty.
It's not often you see face masks on the offense either.
No, that is true. So they're going to place the ball. First and 15. There's the snap. Quarterback, quick throw, and it is dropped. Oh, in and out of the hands out there of Skylar Ruby.
Yeah, that's Mesquite's real lucky there that runners Marcus Lucas almost jumped that, almost got it off of the defender's chest, and he would have had a clean shot at the end zone.
Man, sometimes it's Easter, isn't it? The egg jumps into the basket. How about that?
Almost, but you called it just a minute ago the greasy pigskin.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
All right, two receivers to the top of your screen, one to the bottom. Ramirez takes the snap and will hand it off, and no, doesn't. Throws a little screen pass out there, and getting the ball is going to be Ruby. Ruby should have enough for a first down. That was a well-designed play. The fake to the fake handoff up underneath really set the play, and it goes for 16 yards.
Yeah, you're right, Jackie. It's a good call. A great play execution by Mesquite. I also thought that was run up the middle.
16 yards on the reception, and this play is blown dead before it gets underway. And it is going to go against the Mingus Marauders. So somebody obviously lined up in the neutral zone. Nope, an illegal substitution. How about that?
First down.
I was talking to the Mingus Marauders before the game. Asked the coaching staff whether or not we could put 14 on defense. They said the new rule is 15, by the way. All right. Spread formation. Quarterback. 1st and 5. Tries to get Mingus to jump. They don't. Ramirez barks out the commands. Hands it off. Up the middle he goes. Kazarak has the safety to beat. Runs through him. And almost drops the ball, but is able to keep his feet down to about the 10-yard line.
How about this, Jackie? The first half, it was a defensive half. We did not see big plays, and now we got both offenses coming alive.
28 yards on the run. There's the handoff. This time Mingus turns it around and shoves it backward. Running the ball is going to be... Well, stuffed at the line is Kazarmark.
And Mesquite trying to be a little bit deceiving there. They went hurry up that last play, and now they huddle back up. So I think they're definitely trying to catch the Marauders off guard, but Mingus does a really nice job of not being fooled by that, so Mesquite huddles back up.
2nd and 9 from the 10. Kazarmark with the run. There's the handoff, a different runner this time. And he will try the left-hand side. He'll pick up about 4. That appeared to be Andrew Joyner.
Number 11 on the play, Andrew Joyner with a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, here's that gut check time for the Marauders. They're down by 1 score. real deep in your own zone here, and they have a chance to stop Mesquite. Mesquite's got third down. And boy, if they get a first down, it'll just be a yard or two to the end zone. So Mingus got to come up with a stop this series here.
Tight formation once again. Here's the sweep play. Mingus trying to get to the outside and able to stop him, and out of bounds right at about the 5-yard line. And that is it inside the 5-yard line? I think it is inside the 5-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark the ball. No, they're going to put it right at the 5-yard line. That brings up 4th and a long 4. What do you do here, sir?
Well, hey, it just depends on if you have a kicker that you have, faith and trust in, Jackie, because this is a really good spot in the game and on the field for a field goal.
Gut check time. Loaded, tight formation. Here's the snap, and they're going to give it to Kazmarek. He's coming to the near side on the sweep. Mingus is trying to string it out, and they do. On the tackle for the Mingus Marauders is going to be Wyatt Matsubias Islis, and he will take down the runner at the 5-yard line. Mingus gets the turnover on downs.
How about that? Wyatt Matsubias, outstanding job, and you see him get up and pump his chest a little bit. He says, let's go, Mingus. Getting everyone fired up on the sidelines, and that's just a great defensive play. That's how you get to the edge and not let them get upfield.
Mingus with a stop, absolutely fantastic, gets the ball back. Now they got to protect the ball in their own territory, deep in their own territory at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, good call. I mean, you can't be thinking about an end zone right now. You can't even be thinking about scoring plays. Right now, you've just got to be thinking about moving the ball a couple yards safely.
Field position, indeed. You got Chupp and Rice in the backfield, and it's going to go to Chupp. Chupp is going to dive forward. Maybe he gets a yard. Maybe he gets back to the line of scrimmage. They're just going to say back to the line of scrimmage.
Chipped up with a carry, no gain.
And Chupp just takes the handoff right to Stokes' side there, and it's trying to get upfield, but Mesquite does a good job. They got a couple extra linemen on the right side on that play, so they were reading that one.
7:27 left to go. Quarter number 3, the Mingus Marauders with the ball, but trail the Wildcats 13-7. Third quarter action. 2 running backs in the backfield. The quarterback steps back. He's in the end zone looking to throw. Now he steps out of the end zone, and now he throws the ball downfield. Has a man. It's too high. And overthrown and almost intercepted out there by number 27, Bryce Carson. And that was huge. The intended receiver downfield was Demaro Tinsley, and he was open. Stokes just threw the ball a little bit too high for him.
Yeah, and it was a combination, Jackie. DeMario was trying to come closer to the end zone to help Stokes out. But, by doing that, Stokes ended up throwing the ball just over his hands.
Quarterback steps back, looks to throw again. He's in trouble, and he is sacked in the end zone. And they are going to call it a safety.
Boy, that's tough, Jackie. I mean, Stokes is dropping back to the back of the end zone, and we both know how good this coverage is for Mesquite. And if you're Rain Stokes, you're going to have to learn from that one really quick that you just don't have that kind of time, especially when you're that deep.
So 7:03 left to go, and the safety underway as Stokes is sacked in the end zone.
Man, what a good break for Mesquite, and just a hard lesson learned there for Mingus. I mean, it's not like he was rushed right away, off the snap of that play. He had a little bit of time, but just like we've seen all game, the coverage is great by Mesquite.
Stokes is going to kick off, and he's going to do the place kickoff. Has the option, he could punt it if he wanted to, but he's going to do the place kickoff at the 20-yard line. The deep men for Mesquite are standing at their own 30-yard line. So let's see if Stokes can get a leg into this one. And he will boom it, and it will come down and will be picked up at about the 28-yard line. Up the middle. Nobody home for the Mingus Marauders, and he runs the ball back down to the 26-yard line. Holy cow. That was a well-designed kick return out there for Mesquite as they set themselves up in phenomenal field position at the Mingus Marauder 26-yard line.
George Deneo, great job on the tackle for the Marauders because, boy, that was a second effort from George to make the tackle because you're right, that was a wide open, great blocking by Mesquite.
2 receivers to the near side, 2 backs in the backfield with Ramirez. Ramirez takes the snap, steps back, has time, throws the ball downfield, and it is intercepted! Is it intercepted? Wow. It is intercepted out there! That is Remington Stokes, and the Mingus Marauders get the ball back.
What a catch! What a catch, Remington. Man, that is saucy. Did you see it was out of his reach, Jackie? So he tips it to himself.
Yeah!
My goodness, I wish waitresses and waiters could do that.
No doubt I'll tip myself. How about that?
Unbelievable. What a great play by Remington.
Remington with the interception, second pick of the game for the Mingus Marauders, and they will get the ball back at the 20-yard line. Now they're still down by 1 score. They're down by 8, 15-7, third quarter action. They show blitz, the Mingus Marauders with the ball. It comes Rice near side as he finds a hole and is able to keep his feet and gets out close to the 40-yard line. Almost a 20-yard run out there by Dawson Rice.
Great job. Dawson gets up limping just a little bit, but he's saying, I'm fine. He's holding his hand up. Might be cramping. A lot of times in the beginning of these Arizona high school football seasons, it's just too hot. You got to be really hydrated. Marauders, a little bit of hurry up here, Jackie.
There's the snap. Mingus gets the ball back to the ball carrier. Rice will wind his way forward for a yard, and he'll stall out at the 39-yard line.
Let's see, looks like the Marauders are, now they're going to wait for the play from the sidelines, but it looked like they had that last play dialed up and ready to go.
Remington Stokes comes in. He is probably the most enthusiastic player on the field right now.
Deservedly so.
Indeed. And Big Brother says, hey, you're on the left side, little brother. Here we go. 2 receivers to the right side, 2 backs in the backfield. There is the snap, and it is going to be a run for the Mingus Marauders. Getting outside the tackles and getting a block, cutting inside, picking up a first down, and driving his way into Mesquite territory is going to be Shane Chupp for the Mingus Marauders.
Shane Chupp with just a phenomenal cut up the inside and able to make a couple, well, not a couple, quite a few Wildcats miss on that. Boy, what a running back clinic he just put on out there.
Mingus gets out of their own territory now.
It's like if you're playing Madden, that was the juke stick like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. My guy never does that. He just goes in circles. Mingus stats up. Quarterback steps back to throw and just nowhere to go. The pocket collapses. And one of the Wildcats comes out with the ball claiming that he got the fumble, and it does not appear as though the umpires agree with him.
Yeah,
that is just going to be a sack.
I think Mesquite just picked that one up off the ground, and it was fast. It all happened really fast, but no, that's just a good job by that defensive line. The Wildcats defensive line able to get right into the backfield and cause some havoc.
Mingus steps back, Raines looks to throw, throws downfield, has a man, and it's De La Haye that goes up for it and comes down with it at the 20-yard line.
Wow, what a ball by Raines Stokes. Man, Jackie, I love to see it. First game of the season, and we're seeing just all my emotions are all over the place, Jackie. We're seeing defensive series in the first half. Now this second half, we're getting a ton of offense.
24 yards on the reception out there to De La Haye. As Stokes sets up again, and they're going to hand it off to Rice. Rice up the middle, dragging tacklers, and breaks away, heading toward the corner. Can he make it to the end zone? Does he make it to the end zone? Touchdown, Mingus. The lights go off on the Mingus Marauder. There goes the cannon as the fire truck, the lights go off, and the Mingus Marauders scamper 21 yards for the touchdown.
I love it. You know, I hope that cannon continues to go off, but you jump every time at that thing.
What do you want from me?
I love it. What an awesome job by Dawson to break it to the outside. Wow. And break tackles, like you call it, Jackie. It's just, that's grit right there.
He was tied up. Now, does Mingus go for one or does Mingus go for two? And does Mingus use a timeout here to discuss it?
They're throwing the kicking block in, and Dawson Rice is making it look like they're going to kick it at least, but you would think you try to tie it up, but Coach Midkiff might be playing it safe.
There's the snap. The hold is down. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. 15-13. It sounds like an American League Baseball score. 3:53 left to go in quarter number 3. We will take a break. Mingus kickoff coming back right after this.
All pricing. Commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, Mingus, a 21-yard run by Rice puts the Mingus Marauders one score down, and Rain Stokes will kick this one off. That one's going to land in the end zone. There you go. This is how you do it. A 60-yard touchback out there by Rain Stokes, and Remington has to go get the ball. How about that?
From the box, the ball left my view. I didn't even see it come down in the end zone. What a kick.
That is a weapon, and that means you are definitely a little pumped out there. So the Mingus Marauders forced the Wildcats to start from their own 20. Out of the backfield, they're going to hand it off. Good blocking, and they will pick up a good solid 6 yards on first down out there.
A couple updates, Jackie, from our Grand Canyon region teams playing tonight. Prescott is up on La Jolla 42-0.
Ooh.
And Bradshaw is down to Snowflake 21-0.
Oh my goodness gracious. Man in motion, and there is the snap and a run up the middle. Mingus closes the hole. No loud. No exit here. 1 yard run.
Yeah, that's all interior defensive line right there. That's just great work by the big guys up front. Just getting down low and making the plays.
3rd and 3. Mingus has a chance at a stop here with 2:58 left to go in quarter number 3. Down by 2. 15-13. Two receivers to the top. Receiver on the bottom. And there's the snap. Lots of people move. Quarterback throws. And he throws. And it is dropped just past the markers out there. In and out of the hands of number 11, Andrew Joyner. Ramirez hit him well. And that would have been a first down. Now that does equate a stop out there for the Mingus Marauders. And it looks like Mesquite is going to punt from their own 28-yard line.
Man, what momentum the Marauders have built here, Jackie. Right now in this second half, Marauders' very first game of the season. Mesquite's only got 2 points in the second half. Marauders have 13. Looking to add to it.
Mingus has one man back. There's the snap. Good snap. And the punt is off. It's going to bounce to the near side, and it's going to go out of bounds right at about the 45-yard line. So decent field position, almost mid-field here for the Mingus Marauders with 2:33 left to go in quarter number 3. So you got to remember, Mingus was down 13-0 at halftime. And Mingus has outscored Mesquite here in the third quarter by a score of 13-2.
Yeah, and the safety that Mesquite did get, Jackie, the Marauders are actually fortunate because that was almost a touchdown the previous series for Mesquite. The Marauders were able to hold them off at the goal line, only to then give up the safety, but nonetheless, it's a tight game.
Stokes takes the snap and looks to throw. Throws the ball downfield, has a man coming back for it. Is going to be number 15, and the penalty flag comes out for pass interference. But the catch out there for the Mingus Marauders is going to be Demario Tinsley.
Yeah, and they're moving upfield, Jackie, so it looks like this might stand.
It should be a pass interference call. And if it does, it would be 31 yards. They should wave it off, I would think.
What just a great play. Yeah, that's just an awesome play by Demario to turn around and help out. Rain Stokes finding some comfort in the pocket. Thank you to that offensive line, and I love it, Jackie. We're starting to see the offense come alive.
Mingus just inside the red zone at the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 come the Marauders, trailing 15-13. 2 men in the backfield out here for Stokes. And we have movement.
Yeah, Mesquite called that one. That's going to be Carson Miller, tight end for the Marauders. Just gotten a little excited out there on the edge. And he took one step, and you see 3 or 4 Wildcats all pointing at him. There's no getting away with that one.
It's amazing the number of high school football players that are attempting to be referees at this level.
Very promising.
Yes, could be a very promising
at one point,
career.
we had a shortage of referees.
Right.
Now they're all over.
They're just wearing shoulder pads.
Yeah. Next time, Carson, move in a little bit tighter to that line of scrimmage.
Right.
He might be able to get away with it.
All right, 1st and 15 outside of the red zone. Mingus Marauders put Chupp in motion, and Mingus is going to take a timeout here. They're going to talk about this. This is an important drive. Mingus has an opportunity to take the lead for the first time in the game. As Coach Aaron Midkiff is going to talk to his troops, we're going to take a quick 30-second break. We will return right after this.
Chevrolet has been an important partner. Whether it be offering outstanding service and deals to the Verde Valley or providing support to schools, charities, and community events, we have made it a part of our business. We love and support the growth and future of Cottonwood and our surrounding areas. That's why we refer to our dealership as the People Place. Larry Green Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Yavapai County, and we are proud to support our Mingus High School football. Go Marauders!
Back here, the Mingus Marauders. 1st and 15, following the motion penalty. Mingus is going to set up. We're going to see what Mingus saw out there. 3 receivers to the right-hand side, 1 receiver to the bottom. That's going to be Tinsley, who's got 2 defenders on him right here at the bottom. Stokes has 1 man in the backfield. He's going to step back and looks to throw. Now he's going to run and tries to get back to the outside, and will get helicopter tackled for a loss out to the 30. That is going to be a loss of 6, a sack out there. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 21 now. Whoops.
Yeah, it's a big loss for the Marauders. And you know, Rain Stokes didn't see anybody open initially, so he steps up into, past the pressure in the pocket, and the linebacking core for Mesquite was just right there.
Somebody spying the quarterback. Stokes out of shotgun, takes the snap, steps back to throw, now has to step up, now throws, has a man, in and out of the hands. Dale LaHoy had the ball at the 10-yard line. Good toss out there, and not quite the execution what Mingus was looking for. A 3rd and long out there, as Dale LaHoy had beaten the defense. Had he been able to hang on to that one, Nick, he had a shot at the end zone.
Yeah, he most certainly did. He wants that one back. You know he wants that one back. He's going to say, Rains, throw that one to me again. Let me catch that and get in the end zone for us. That's a great play. Good drop and a good ball. Just went right out of Colton's hands.
Clock stopped at 55 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. Stokes takes the snap out of shotgun, steps up, has some pressures, got to get rid of it, comes back the other way, trying to make something happen, looks for somewhere to go, throws the ball downfield, and it is intercepted out there and knocked hard out of bounds. The Wildcats, Dan LaHoy knocks him out, and it's going to be number 20 with the interception. That's going to be Galvin Sledge. And Stokes didn't quite, while he was running, have enough oomph to get that one out to the receiver. 40 seconds left to go, and it's going to be a turnover, and Mesquite will take over at their own 13-yard line.
Yeah, we got a Wildcat down right now. Isaiah Durden's down. Looks like he might be cramping down there. He's kind of near the Marauders sidelines, near the end zone. He was a part of that play.
He's the strong safety out there, and he was actually in on the play and made contact with his other player during the interception. Made contact with Gavin Sledge.
Yeah, it was just a little bit funky. Not quite sure what happened. It looks, he's popping up right now, so that's a great sign. Yeah, he's going to get a little bit of help to the sidelines, but he looks okay. And he's giving his fellow Wildcats a good thumbs up. And I'll be back out.
Ramirez in the second half is 1 for 4, 16 yards and 1 interception. Mingus defensively wants to make another stop here. Mingus so close to potentially taking a lead here. Still trails 15-13 with 40 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. The interception is now the 4th turnover in the game. And there's the motion. They hand it off, and Mingus, that is a broken play. That did not have the blocking scheme that I think the Wildcats really expected. And there were too many people going the opposite direction. A 1-yard loss out there for the Wildcats, and good defense for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, specifically Cameron Houseman getting up at the bottom of that pile. Does a good job being on that D-line, getting out making the play.
See if they put the ball back in the air. Ramirez is going to wander to the right-hand side, throws, has a man out there, and he picks up the first down, and he's still on his feet as he's winding and grinding out there and gets across the 30-yard line. Some good footwork out there by Joyner as he gets the ball out to the 32.
Joyner taking some notes from Chupp earlier. Chupp had a play where he juked 3 or 4 Wildcats and got upfield, and same for Joyner there. He was able to make a few Marauders miss and get his Wildcats a first down, or close to the first down.
So that's going to be the end of the third quarter. They're going to switch sides as the Wildcats will have the ball at the 34-yard line to start the 4:48. Quarter number 4. We'll return to Mingus Union High School after this.
Yavapai College has many...
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettles High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettles has you covered. Don't settle.
And the run comes to the near side. Mingus defends it well. So the first down run, and only gets back to the line of scrimmage out there for the Mingus Marauders as we start the fourth quarter out here. Jackie Bessler, Nick Yatsenko along with you. It is the home opener. It is the season opener. And the Mingus Marauders trail 15-13 to the Wildcats from Mesquite down in Gilbert. There's the snap. Ramirez is going to wander to the right-hand side, looks, throws the ball, has a man, and downfield runs into the defender, but that was not on purpose. Thompson out there for the Mingus Marauders defensively. They tried to run that wheel route and get somebody open, and Mingus had it defended pretty well.
Yeah, Marauders defense does a good job there. Safeties. Ramirez back there doing a good job. Remington back there. They had a good safety net. I hear the cave making a lot of noise here, Jackie. Big third down opportunity for the Marauders to come up with a stop.
3rd and 10. The Mingus Marauders smelling stop. They're going to set the screen. And a hold out there, not called, and they pick up the first down. Or is it called? There's multiple flags down there.
I think they might have got it, Jackie.
Did they see what I saw?
I think they might have saw what you saw, which was on the close sidelines. And you're right. I mean, a Marauder had a chance to make a play. It's on the cuff of if that was holding or not. You called it. Let's see if the refs agree.
Well,
big break.
It looked like a hook move.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh my gosh, he's getting through. I'm gonna hook.
Right.
Is what it looked like. I know that feeling because that's how most of my blocks go. So let's see if they're going to run this one back. The first flag is at the 34-yard line.
That looks like maybe a spot foul. Wow, that is going to help the Marauders tremendously.
So the run would have gone for a first down. Now it is going to be 3rd and 3rd and about 18 out there from the 24-yard line. Ramirez takes the snap. He's going to go to the right-hand side looking for a receiver, throws the ball downfield, and he bounces it out there. And we're going to see if they call it incomplete pass. Okay, wasn't sure because the back judge did not make a call on that.
Yeah, and they don't go to replay or go to any video, Jackie, so yeah, you're right. It was very, very close. We were able to see it hit the rubber, but that back ref did not, but obviously one of the linesmen did. So huge 4th down here for Mesquite. You'd imagine they're going to punt. And boy, this is going to give the Marauders a golden chance to eat some clock and put some points on the board. More importantly, take the lead.
Tinsley back for the Mingus Marauders. Fowler's going to punt for Mesquite. 11:02 left to go in the game, and a high snap. He handles it. He kicks it. It's a line drive. He's going to take a bounce, and he's going to pick it up and take it across the 50-yard line. Holy cow, that's dangerous. Holy cow, that's dangerous.
That's gutsy. That's gutsy right there for sure.
That is Stokes. Remington Stokes with the return, and that is indeed gutsy. So the Mingus Marauders will start this drive at the 48-yard line of Mesquite. Once again, Mingus, 10:52 left to go, has not led in this game. They have the ball and potentially the momentum. Can they take their first lead of the game?
The offense got to keep the momentum going from the previous series.
3 receivers to the left-hand side for the Mingus Marauders. There's the snap. Stokes looks to throw, and he is now going to run. He tucks. He gets across the 45-yard line down to the 43. A decent gain of about 5 on first down.
Stokes with the carry.
And that's just a versatile quarterback in Ray Stokes there. Obviously, that play, didn't see anybody. He does such a good job stepping up in the pocket when he's getting pressure around him. He's getting really, really good at that. He's able to make a man miss and get upfield for a few yards.
Well, you run at the guy with the really big numbers and hope that you are quicker than him, right? 2 men in the backfield here for Stokes. There's the snap, and they hand it off to the second man. Finds a way through and shimmies forward for a yard, and that's going to be Chubb.
Going to bring up a big third down for Mingus here. The playbook's still wide open. I mean, it's not like you have to go to the air here. The Marauders' ground game has looked very good this second half.
Are you in 2 down territory at this point? At the 42-yard line with 9:40 left to go in the game.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to look at it, Jackie. And I think you are in 2 down territory here.
Stokes in the backfield, shouts it out, takes the snap, out of shotgun, steps back, has a little bit of time, looks to throw the ball, chucks it up, puts it in the air. It is short, but it is caught! It gets past the defensive man, and it goes for a touchdown out there. 42-yard pass, and Noah Seda, the hero, as the Mingus Marauders get the lead for the first time here with 9:21 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Noah Sita, end zone. Noah Sita, what an introduction. That's an outstanding play. What a throw by Rain Stokes. Just heaved that thing to the end zone. Looked very much like a Hail Mary, but you know what? It was right on the dot, Jackie. That was planned.
Well, it was. However, I will admit I was praying. I thought it was short. The defensive player had actually stopped and put his hands up like he was going to go for it. And then, like a center fielder, it was over his head. Stokes is out. Hold is down. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the Mingus Marauders take a 20-15 lead here with 9:21 left to go in the fourth quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Career in a variety of industries. Fall semester starts on August 15th, so there's still time to register. Visit us online today at yc.edu/admission to connect with your future career.
Wow, Nick, that was just absolutely unbelievable. What a phenomenal way for Mingus to take the first lead of the year.
Yeah, seriously, and so deservedly so, Jackie. The offensive came out so hot this second half. We didn't see any points from the Marauders the first half, and this second half, they came out ferocious. I mean, they've got 20 points. It was almost unanswered. Mesquite was able to sneak a safety in there, but right now the Marauders' offense is clicking on all cylinders.
Mingus has given up 2 points here in the second half, and defensively, that's pretty stout. That's working both sides of the ball. So, last time Stokes put the ball in the end zone in the air, a la going back to DeFligger days. This one is going to be a ground ball. It'll be picked up. Nope, it goes off of one of the players out there, and then hobbling is going to be number 5, and he is caught by an ankle and dropped out there, and he will be tackled at about the 21-yard line. Skylar Ruby out there not moving very well. They kick the ball at him, and he does pick it up, but it looked like he was running hobbling.
Yeah, you wonder if Stokes is purposely aiming that kick, to the players that are going to give us a bounce. And if that's the case, my goodness, he's got to be on the soccer team, you'd think, too.
Well, they stopped the ball at the 21-yard line, able to get 2 yards. Tight formation once again out here. This shows to be a running play. It is a running play, and Mingus does read it, and getting into the backfield and making a big stop out there are the Mingus Marauders. That's Chuck for a loss of 2.
That's Chuck out there, and then Jordan Watson holding up the center of that line. Ethan Montiel's on that far side that was able to penetrate and just wreak havoc on that Wildcats right side of the line of scrimmage that last play. That's just an outstanding job defensively. Marauders have got a lot of momentum going with them right now.
125 yards on the ground for Kazmarek out there for Mesquite. He's in the backfield again. There's the snap, and there goes the penalty, and I think we may have motion on this, and it is. That's going to back him up 5 more. It was 2nd and 12. Now it's going to be 2nd and 17. 8th penalty in the game for 65 yards against the Wildcats.
2nd and 17.
Yeah, what a great chance for the Mingus defense to get their offense the ball back, to build on this lead, and what an outstanding second half we've seen the Marauders play thus far.
8:12 left to go in the game. Ramirez back. Out of shotgun, steps back, way back, looks to throw the ball, throws the ball up underneath, good crossing pattern, and then he loses the ball, and he gets it back. There's going to be a fight on the field here for the ball. Mingus seems to think they have it. And we do have a player down. We have a Mingus Marauder down on the field, and that is not good for Mingus.
Injury timeout.
So we have an injury timeout. And I'm trying to get a number out there for the player that is down. I'm certainly hoping that isn't Stokes that was out there playing defense.
Could be. Looks like one of our bigger guys, Jackie. And I didn't even really see what might have happened on that.
Hard to tell.
Yeah, I know we didn't even see a signal really as to who had the ball. It looks like they're going to keep it with Mesquite.
So Mesquite does get the ball, and they get the ball back for a 7-yard pass.
And we got some Jordan chants coming from the cave here, Jackie. So I'm thinking that possibly be Jordan Watson out there, one of our crucial linemen.
Mingus is not really deep in the trenches.
That's right.
And they are definitely looking at a left paw out there. They are going to get him up. And that is Jordan Watson out there. Jordan Watson's going to need a little help getting off of the field.
Yeah, he's walking off pretty gingerly. The Marauders training staff will tend to him. And
so I saw the 3, but not the 7. And it really doesn't matter. Mingus doesn't have an awful lot of depth out here. So, you know, every player absolutely crucial. So 3rd and 10 for the Wildcats. There's the snap. Ramirez looking to throw. Throws downfield. Has a man. Throws it too wide. Intended for Joyner. Had it been on point, that would have actually been a first down. A good throw, about 14 or 15 yards, but it was thrown out of bounds. It is hard to throw the ball when you're in a dead sprint like that.
Yeah, it really is. And he's got a great arm, too.
Uh-huh.
And that's just a tough play to make. And kudos to that Marauder defense, just making them flustered and getting them all over the place. And here we are with a Mesquite 4th down, and the Marauders looking to get the ball back.
The crowd going 4:48 here, 7:39 left to go. Fowler back to punt, supposedly, here for the Wildcats. Mingus with a 20-15 lead in the 4th quarter. Mingus with one man back. It should be Remington Stokes, I think. There's the snap. The snap gets to him. The punt is up. The punt is catchable. It is dropped out there and covered by the Wildcats. And so the Wildcats come up with the possession change out there. Jumping on the ball is Mario Pastrano. And Mingus gives the ball back to Mesquite. Mesquite breathing life as they get up from a 2 count. And they're going to get a first down on the Mingus Marauder side of the field here at the 47-yard line.
Wow, what a tough break for Mingus. And Remington wants that one back. Don't stress over that, young man. You'll get plenty of chances.
And there was a run, decent run to start it off. Kazmarek will pick it up, and he'll get 8 on a first down run.
2nd and 8.
Boy, and that's definitely going to give Mesquite a little bit of momentum. That defensive line is going to have to try to get in the backfield and cause some disruption. Maybe a tackle for loss or a turnover would be awesome right now.
2nd and short, 2nd and 2. There's Mesquite. They put a man in motion. They hand it off to number 20 as he sweeps to the outside, cuts it up underneath. He should have enough for a first down. He needed 2. I think he got 4.
Yeah, that's just good running there by Mesquite. That was the exact play design right there, was just to get the first down. Mesquite does a good job of executing. And obviously the Marauders secondary not letting them get upfield any more than that, but Mesquite took care of business there and moved the chains.
1st and 10 now. Mesquite trying to get the lead back. Driving in Mingus Marauder territory at the 36-yard line, and they're going to blow that one dead. And we're going to have motion. That'll be a 5-yard penalty against the Wildcats.
Great sign too, Jackie. Jordan Watson is up off the table, stretching it out. Put his helmet on. He's getting some high fives from teammates, so he looks like he may be good to go.
That would be huge.
It would be.
That would be absolutely huge.
He's an anchor defensively and offensively.
Indeed. And here's a short little pass, and it is dropped out there. Mingus jumps on it. The question is, was it thrown in the backfield? And no, it's going to be an incomplete pass. They set up the screen, and not getting his hands on it is Skylar Ruby. He does get his hands on it. but he bounced it all over the place, and that was almost one of those Easter eggs that jumped out of your basket into mine, baby.
That was so close to being lateral or behind him. Really close.
So, 2nd and 15 from the Mingus Marauder 41. Does Mingus have a defensive stand in them with 6:12 left to go in the game? Ramirez puts a man in motion out to the near side, takes the snap. They're going to throw it to him. It's Keserak, and he will avoid 1 or 2 tackles and then get out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. A good run, but there is a penalty flag out there. They sent him out into the near side to do the screen to him. You had to imagine it was going to him, and I think it was a block in the back.
That's going to be a hold all day long.
Okay.
All day long. That's an outstanding job of the Marauders reading that defensively. That was Shane Chupp that got held. Shane stepped up. He saw the screen, went to get around that the wide receiver, and he just completely held him for a second. That's a great job by Shane.
So that brings the ball back into Mesquite territory at the Mesquite 49, and that is now
2nd and 25.
2nd and 25 according to the announcer out here. Got to get to the 26-yard line, yeah, so 2nd and 25. Ramirez takes the snap. He's going to wind his way to the right-hand side. Throws! He had a good throw. Was he out of bounds? No, they're going to call it a catch, and they're going to pick up quite a bit of distance on that one. 14 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11.
And that's Mesquite Wildcat Andrew Joyner. He's been a playmaker for the Wildcats, and that's a great tiptoe catch on the sidelines.
3rd and 11.
So Joyner makes this 3rd and manageable, I would say. And quarterback's back, throws, has a screen, and Mingus had him contained, and they are able to contain him. That's going to bring up 4th down. So Skylar Ruby picks up some yards. He'll pick up about 4. It's going to bring up maybe a 4th and 7.
Yeah, nice job. Dawson read that screen. And just like Shane did a couple plays ago, that's just a beautiful job by the Marauders defense. They saw the screen, they knew it was coming, and they make a great play on it.
And it looks like they're going to go for it. On 4th down with 5:08 left to go in the game. Ramirez is back. He scrambles to the right-hand side, looks to throw the ball, throws it up underneath. Tackled as soon as he catches the ball, but that should be enough for a 1st down. Joyner moves the sticks for the Mesquite Wildcats just outside the red zone at the 23-yard line. How about that?
That was just, that's a design play, Jackie. He threw that ball into Joyner so fast. That was a design play. He knew exactly where he was going to throw that ball, and that's a great job of Joyner getting to right where the 1st down marker was, turned around, looks at his quarterback, and makes the catch.
Tight formation once again out here for the Wildcats. There's the snap. They do hand it off, trying the right side, trying to follow his blockers. Will cut up underneath. Mingus will contain him, but that's going to be close to a 1st down inside of the 15-yard line out there.
Number 26, Parker with a negative.
That's going to make it
2nd and 1.
they're inside the red zone now for the Marauders, so it's, again, we're going to be calling gut check time. Looks like a Wildcat might need some stretching out there.
So 9 yards on the run. Let's go ahead and keep it here. The ball sits at the 15-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. 4:09 left to go. So obviously Mesquite wants to milk the clock in the process of trying to get into the end zone. Mingus obviously wants to keep him out of the end zone at all costs. However, if you are going to give up a touchdown, it is better to do it earlier than later, perhaps.
I mean, that's right. Like that is the mindset, right? Like, all right, hurry up and score. But wait, no, we don't want that. I think the Marauders, earlier in the game, we proved that defensively we can have a huge goal line stand. So I anticipate the Marauders holding strong here.
So 2nd and 1. You expect the run in this position. Quarterback takes the snap and will run it himself. He'll try the right-hand side, cuts up underneath and down to about the 5-yard line. Picks up the first down and moves the chains. Picks up almost 10 yards, 9 yards down there. Good run by Ramirez. We haven't actually seen Ramirez with a designed run out there. So first and goal from the 6-yard line. 3:45 left to go in the game. Mingus with a 5-point lead, 20-15. Mesquite, the Wildcats, knocking on the door, trying to take the lead back from the Mingus Marauders. Tight formation. This normally means run, and it is a run. Trying the left-hand side. Mingus holds it up and then still diving his way down to the end zone. They're going to mark him down at the 2-yard line. 2-yard line. And the clock continues to roll. We're going to be under 33 minutes before we get to the next play, unless somebody calls a timeout. And we do have...
There's a lot of waving going on.
Yep, that's because number 50's coming off the field out here. That's Cameron Houseman is limping off of the field. Mingus is going to send in Josen Esquire to replace him on that defensive line. 3:16 left to go. They're going to rewind the clock. 3:15. There's the push, and into the end zone goes Mesquite. I haven't seen a sign from the near side. Far side says a touchdown, and it's going to be Ramirez's second sneak and touchdown of the game. 3:09 left to go, and that will give a 1-point lead. A 1-point lead out there to Mesquite at this point. Do they go for 2?
Boy, here, Jackie, I would play it safe and try to kick the extra point. Now, they haven't been too successful with the extra point, so you might be right in just going for it, trying to make it a 3-point game, forcing the Marauders into a field goal. But boy, I'm more conservative. I'd kick that extra point, have a 1-point lead or the 2-point lead.
Looks like they're lining up to go for 2. There's the snap. Quarterback steps back and looks to run. Mingus is going to contain him and get him down at the 9-yard line. It's going to remain a 1-point lead for the visiting Wildcats. The 2-point conversion is no good, and now a field goal could win it for the Mingus Marauders.
How exciting. It's going to come down to the last drive for the Marauders. Marauders are going to get the ball with 3 minutes and 9 seconds left, and what could be their very last chance. I mean, I would imagine, unless it's a couple real quick possessions, but each team has done a good job all night of possessing the ball. We've seen a lot of series that have been over a couple minutes apiece, so this could be the very last chance for the Marauders to get down and get a W.
Huge for the Mingus Marauders here. They're going to get the ball back. They still have 2 timeouts along with that 3:09. Mingus mixing up their return team here. Fowler approaches and will pooch it down the middle. It'll be picked up by the Mingus Marauders coming to the near side, looking for the sideline is De La Haye. De La Haye stays in bounds, gets thrown out of bounds, close to the 40, as he started tiptoeing at about the 35-yard line. And where are they going to say he stepped out? They're going to say he stepped out at the 36 or 37.
A pretty generous spot for the Wildcats right there.
Decent field position. 3:03 left to go in the game.
It looks like we got an injury timeout. Looks like a Wildcat might be cramping down there, grabbing his calf.
With this timeout, we are going to take a quick break. Let's take a 30-second break with them. We'll return for the final 3:03 after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
back here at Mingus Union High School. Hey, I want to remind everybody that if you want to watch the game, I'm going to suggest that you go to vertivalleytv.com, vertivalleytv.com. Look for the link, and that will take you to our new home for Mingus Marauder football. Saldivar, the player cramping, kind of jogs off the field, which is great news. Yep. As the Mingus Marauders now set up with 3:03 left to go, 2 timeouts. Ball is at their own 37-yard line. 3:03 left to go in the game, and they're down by 1, 21-20. Stokes takes the snap, steps back, looks to throw, comes to the near side, now looks to run, and runs into a player. And a big contact out there as he gets the ball out to about the 40-yard line. They're going to say the 39. So only a gain of 2 out there for the Mingus Marauders.
Stokes has the cave all amped up after that hit. He runs to the sidelines, and he decides to deliver a hit to that quarterback on Mesquite. That's grit right there by your quarterback. Sometimes you don't want to see him take hits, but that time he wanted it.
2nd and 8 from the 39-yard line. Stokes is back, and he throws to the near sideline, diving with the catch, and down as soon as he makes the catch is going to be Carson Miller. And it is a short gain of about 2, bringing up 3rd and 6.
And Marauders aren't in any kind of rush. Like we talked about in the break, Jackie, you can't score too fast if you're going to be able to score, because then you'll give Mesquite time. So Marauders are happy eating a little bit of clock right now.
And the quarterback is back, gets away from a tackler, throws the ball downfield and bounces it in front of his intended receiver out there, Seda, who had gotten away from his defender. But that brings up 4th and 6. And this could be a huge play in the game, Nick.
Yeah, this is going to be a pivotal moment. We saw Mesquite convert on a 4th down and then take the lead on their last possession. And the Marauders, if they're going to want to do that, they're going to have to convert on this 4th down.
First 4th down attempt out here for the Mingus Marauders this game this season. Stokes takes the snap, goes to his right, looks to throw the ball, throws the ball downfield, has a man, and he has the first down. And if I'm correct, that's Xavier Thompson out there with the catch.
What a great 4th down play, Jackie. Coach Midkiff drew that one up.
No, that's Shane Chuck with the catch out there. Mingus Marauders are alive with the 7-yard catch out there, and the ball is at the 48-yard line. 2:12 left to go in the game. Mingus still has their 2 timeouts. Man, that was a huge catch. Stokes is back, looks to throw the ball. He's in trouble, and he's going to take a huge sack back down to the 30-something yard line, and his helmet comes off. That is going to be a significant loss of 7. And I wonder if Stokes is going to have to come out for a play now.
Yeah, that's right, Jackie, and that's just in the rule book. If your helmet comes off, you do have to sit out a play.
So that is going to play, that's going to put Dawson Rice at quarterback out there for the Mingus Marauders.
2nd and 17.
2nd and 17, the sack. Hurtful for the Mingus Marauders. Dawson Rice takes the snap and will hand it off. Mingus sprinting up the middle and picking up just a little.
Hand off to number 19, Remington Stokes.
See, Remington Stokes will pick up 2 and maybe 1, making it 3rd and 16 out there.
And it just goes to show you how important it is that, you know, the play that Rain Stokes has to sit out because his helmet comes off, and Marauders decide to play it conservative, try a hand off the middle, and now we're stuck with a 3rd and really long. You got to convert here.
2 down territory. You need at least half at this point. 1:10 left to go in the game. Stokes takes the snap, low snap, picks it up. Has some defense. Now he's in trouble, and he will get sacked deep at the 33-yard line. And maybe a timeout called on the field here. 58 seconds left to be a flag.
Boy, and let's see, if this is on Mesquite, this will be another massive break for the Marauders, as that was probably the worst case scenario for Mingus right there. On a 3rd and long, Braden Stokes gets sacked.
So if the sack stands, it's at the 33-yard line. If it's against the Mingus Marauders and it's a spot foul, it could be right back to the same place, but it looks like the ball is coming back the other direction.
Wow, what a break for the Marauders, Jackie. And they're going to call him on a hold, so that's why Rain Stokes didn't see anybody open. One of the defenders was most likely being held on that play, or the wide receivers.
So 3rd and 6 now for the Mingus Marauders. What a difference that makes. Quarterback steps back. Stokes looks to throw the ball. He's going to chuck it up into double coverage out there. Almost coming down with the ball in a spectacular fashion is De La Haye. Almost, but it's going to bring up 4th and 6 out there for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, what a nice try, and another just laser by Rain Stokes. Such a close try there. Thrown in a double coverage, which is always dangerous, but my goodness, Marauders almost came up with that one.
Well, this is the game, I think. 51 seconds left to go. 4th and 6. Mingus has the ball at the Mesquite 48-yard line. What a game this has been. Mesquite leads 21-20. You're going to have to stick around for the postgame show to get all the details. Stokes takes the snap, looks to throw the ball, throws the ball to the near side, loses his footing is Dawson Rice, and Rice gets back to the line of scrimmage and maybe gains 1, but that is going to be a turnover on downs. Mingus has 2 timeouts. I don't think they can stop the clock with 45 seconds left.
No, Jackie, most likely that was going to be the last play offensively the Marauders are going to get to see, and what a hard-fought battle. Boy, Marauders came out maybe a little bit too flat, Jackie, to start this game, because if they would have had even a little bit of this energy that they brought to the second half, they'd be up by a score or so right now, but instead, Mesquite's looking to end this, close it out, up by just 1 point.
Gotta imagine we're going to see the victory formation out here from Mesquite.
This is potentially, Jackie, going to be 2 seasons in a row where it comes down to less than a touchdown difference between Mingus and Mesquite.
Yep, this one even closer than last year. 20-12 last year. Delay a game.
Delay game on the offense. 1st and 15.
That makes an even 100 yards of penalties against Mesquite, who has 3 timeouts, by the way. And there's the snap. There was movement, no call made. And Mingus chooses not to stop the clock because they can't really make a difference. Yep. So 21-20, barring some sort of a bad snap, a fumble, a pickup, and a run back for a touchdown by the Mingus Marauders.
We're hopeful.
Barring that, well, they won't even let him make contact, so that's going to be really hard to do.
That's new. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, they don't want contact at that point because that's when people take cheap shots.
Well, what about swatting at that ball?
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, that's it. No, it's got to be a clean fumble at that point. Well, the game is going to end out there by a score of 21-20. The Mingus Marauders down by 13 at halftime, come back to take a lead 20-15, unable to secure the lead, and they fall to Mesquite by a score of 21-20 out here tonight, here on their home field. We're going to take a break. We're going to get into our post-game show, and when we do, we're going to recap the game, go through some stats, and get you all caught up when we return to Mingus Union High School after this.
Stay cozy and comfortable with Fiskor Heating and Cooling. At Fiskor Heating and Cooling, we bring warmth to your winters and cool comfort to your summers. Our friendly team of experts is dedicated to keeping your home just the way you like it. Whether it's a tune-up, repair, or a brand new system, you can count on us for reliable and speedy service with a smile. Your comfort is our priority. Choose Fiskor Heating and Cooling for a happier, cozier home.
Call Fiskor Heating and Cooling. We're here for you. Let's go, Marauders!
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call D-Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water systems to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, D-Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency. For honest and fair prices and plumbing problems done right the first time, call D-Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu screen printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
Call Rick or Scott Stokes at Sun Country Custom Woodworks about cabinets for every purpose and every budget. Sun Country Custom Woodworks can custom build cabinets for your dream kitchen or bath, adding tremendous value to your home. Organize the garage and store stuff right with a call to Sun Country. And ask about money-saving options, including modular cabinet choices. You know, your cabinets may not be from this century. For ideas, start at suncountrywoodworks.com.
Heartbreak in the cave here at Mingus Union High School. The Mingus Marauders fall to the Wildcats in a close one, 20-21. And two lead changes here in the game. Started off all Mesquite. Mesquite, a 16-yard pass. Ramirez finds Mercado Layfield in the end zone for the first touchdown. The extra point by Fowler was good. And then second quarter with 10 seconds left to go, a 1-yard sneak by Ramirez. The extra point was no good. It was 13-0 at halftime. And we were talking about, okay, well, how does Mingus get back into this one? Well, how about a 3-play drive for 7 points, finishing out with a 30-yard run by Shane Chupp right up the middle. Stokes gets the extra point. It was 13-7. Then with 7:03 left to go, a safety in the end zone as Stokes is sacked in the end zone. They give up the 2 points, and had he been able, I mean, who knows? Had he been able to throw that one away, you get a chance to punt. Does it make a difference in the? It's hard to tell what kind of a difference that makes here in the game. Nonetheless, it was 15-7 at that point. Mingus still had a 1-score deficit, and then with 3:53 left to go in the third quarter, Rice, a 21-yard scamper, breaking tackles, and the extra point by Stokes. The extra point no good, 15-13 at that point, and then. 9:21 left to go, a 42-yard pass. Stokes finds Seda, and Seda just gets behind the defense ever so slightly, catches the ball in the end zone, and the extra point was good by Stokes. Mingus took their first lead of the game, 20-15, 3:09 left to go. A 2-yard quarterback sneak by Mesquite, the Wildcats, and the 2-point conversion was no good. 21-20. The final score out here, and so many different ways 2 points can make a difference out there for the Mingus Marauders, but the Wildcats win this one here at Mingus Union High School on the road. They start off 1-0. Mingus Marauders start 0-1.
Yeah, it's just heartbreaking, like you said, coming into this post game, and it's a tale of two halves. Really, the Marauders look so good this second half, and that's the tough thing, is you got to look past the tight loss that we just had here. This is a heartbreaking loss. The players are going to feel this for a couple of days for sure, but it's important that you key in on the successes you had. And this second half, we saw the Marauders offense light it up. I mean, Rain Stokes is throwing the ball, looking comfortable in the pocket. The rushing game came out for the Marauders. So a lot of positive things to build on.
We go back to the end of the first quarter, a turnover deep in Mingus Marauder territory as well. Mingus intercepted the ball in the end zone. That could have been a major difference. Mesquite had a chance to win this one by 21 points as well.
That's right.
Okay? And, they made some mistakes too, and then Mingus gets the ball back and ends up a screen pass, ends up with a fumble out there, and the Wildcats recover at the 24-yard line with less than a minute left to go in half number one, and that momentum gives them the drive. So there are so many different ways that things don't happen. However, this is how the dice rolled out for this one, and the Mingus Marauders did not get it to roll their way here tonight, and they lose by a score of 21-20. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to go through some individual stats when we return to the post-game show here at Mingus Union High School.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Yavapai College has many degree and certificate programs to get you on track to a rewarding, well-paying career in a variety of industries such as healthcare, manufacturing, construction, elementary education, and art. Fall semester starts on August 15th, so there's still time to register. Visit us online today at yc.edu/admission to connect with your future career.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Well, 21-20 to Mesquite, and oh my goodness, if Mingus has hopes on playoffs, I hope they don't look back at this game and go, oh man, if only. However, so close. It was an exciting game. The lead switched 3 different times out there, but Mingus does fall 21-20 here. Lots of other teams playing here today, and you never know what's going to happen week one. Anything could happen week one.
Seriously, especially after crazy summers, and then you never know. We went through some adversity here at Mingus, so a lot of other schools are going through that too. But no, Jackie, to your point, a lot of 4A games kicked off the season tonight. First Baptist beat up on Buckeye. Buckeyes number 16. They lost 48-13. Number 1 in 4A, Canyon del Oro, has beaten Eastmark, who's ranked number 3, 15-5.
Ooh,
so that's a.
Are you sure that one's not in the 7th inning?
That's a weird score.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
And then as we move down the list, Independence was ranked 19. They're getting shut out right now, 31-0 against Kellis. Micah Mountain is up 14-0 against Poston Butte. Both of those teams are ranked. Flagstaff from the Grand Canyon region is up on Gila Ridge right now, 27-21. That is in the fourth quarter. As we move down the list here, Yuma Catholic number 2, and that was a great school and team last year. They made their mark coming up from 3A. Tonight they are winning against Marcos Deniza, who's always been a formidable opponent, 26-0. So that's a good game they're playing. The latest from the Bradshaw Snowflake game is it's just from the third quarter, so there's got to be another update, but it's still 21-0. Is Snowflake leading the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. We'll try to get you a final at the end of our game here. And then Prescott and the La Jolla game, not sure if that's maybe it's a mistext, but it says that 42-0 was in the first quarter.
Oof.
And that's Prescott. So yeah, Prescott ranked 18. And Prescott taking care of business tonight. So we'll have to get a final on that. But Thunderbird takes care of business. They won 34-0 against Moon Valley. Amphitheater won 43-8. That's a team that's looking to get in the playoffs. And Deer Valley beat up on North Canyon 62-6.
Interesting. Deer Valley on our schedule here this year. Copper Canyon and Deer Valley back-to-back away games. The Mingus Marauders will head off to Australia Foothills coming up next Friday night to take on the Wolves. That one was 16-0 last year here at Mingus Union High School, so that one was close, so we'll see what happens with that. So basically, here goes the schedule. We're on the road next week to Australia Foothills, then we're here as Blue Ridge comes home. The last-second victory over the Yellow Jackets last year, while they were, all set for, Friday Night Lights and everything else, and it was spoiled by the Mingus Marauders as Stokes with the Hail Mary out of nowhere to win the game in the final seconds. Unbelievable. They're going to be looking for payback.
One of my favorite games we've ever gotten to call.
Yeah. No.
And it was the Miracle in Blue Ridge. And, by the way, they went deep into the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
So that loss they had to Mingus was very important.
Oh, extremely. It probably cost them a home game in the second round, if nothing else. Yeah, I know.
That's going to be brutal when they come here. We're going to have to be ready.
No doubts, no doubts. Here tonight, the Mingus Marauders fall to the Wildcats by a score of 21-20. David Ramirez for the Wildcats here ends up 12 for 25, 141 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions on the night. And did fairly well here during the course of the game. 141 yards, the 1 touchdown back in the first quarter, rushing the ball. Parker Kazmarek, really, he shoulders the team in the backfield. There is no doubt about it. He ends up with 142 yards here tonight on 24 carries. No touchdowns. They did keep him out of the end zone, but he got more than his fair share of first downs out there. Gavin Sledge picks up... he picks up 12 yards on 4 carries as they kind of spread the ball around here a little bit from that point. 157 yards on the ground, 142 of them went to Kazmarek for the Wildcats. 100 yards in penalties for the Wildcats here tonight. Mingus keeps it to 40 yards in penalties. That is pretty fantastic. Stokes here on the evening, 11 for 19, no touchdowns, but he does have 2 interceptions here on the night, 118 yards throwing the ball. On the ground, Dawson Rice didn't get the ball nearly as much as I expected him to get. 55 yards on the ground, 7 carries and 1 touchdown. Rain Stokes had 11 carries and 5 yards. He was sacked 4 times in the game. Shane Chupp ends up with 42 yards on 6 carries, including a touchdown for the Mingus Marauders here tonight. So 118 yards on the ground and 103 yards here in the air. 118 yards in the air, 103 yards on the ground. But I am going to remind everybody that I kind of hid this stat. Mingus had 14 yards of offense in the first half. So almost all of this comes in the second half.
Right. And what a great second half we had. And that's like I brought up earlier. That's what we need, the momentum we have to bring in to practice next week and then the following game for sure. That was an outstanding way to, I know we couldn't pull away at the end with the win, but it was a great last half for the Marauders.
And here's what's amazing. You have a team that is so number challenged. You're not deep. You don't have 80 kids in the program, so you're number challenged. And yet, in the second half, they come back. That's where you're expecting the gas tanks to get empty, right? But in the second half, the Mingus Marauders came back. That was quite impressive.
Yeah, and you got to give a lot of kudos to Coach Midkiff and the coaching staff for making some great adjustments. Some of the best adjustments we've seen because they came right out, and the Marauders not only tied it, but close to tying it, but then took the lead late in the game. So that was just an outstanding way to come out of halftime.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a country song out there that will kind of close it out for us. It's called What Might Have Been. And the Mingus Marauders so close here tonight. 21-20, our final score. That's going to wrap up our post-game show. We will talk to you next week on the road from Estrella Foothills, home of the Wolves, as the Mingus Marauders will match up with their first opponent on the road in the big city south of us, where everybody's trying to get out of for Labor Day weekend. Hey, please have a safe and wonderful Labor Day weekend, everybody. I would remind you, if you are still around and listening, check me out tomorrow. I'm going to be out at D&K Service and Cycle for their anniversary event, and that's right on Highway 260. I'll be out there at approximately noon to 3 out there with KVRD and KKLD, so we certainly hope to see you there. For Nick Yatsenko, I'm Jackie Bessler. For our crew here tonight, we want to thank Samuel and Mike in the box. We want to thank Tristan and Tishan, as well as Steve, for our camera positions here tonight. We will bid you well. Happy Labor Day weekend, everybody. We'll talk to you next week.
Arizona's best. On 260 in Cottonwood, visit Jones Ford today. All Price Insurance in Cottonwood, helping you find the best option for your insurance coverage. Larry Green Chevrolet. Visit them on Rodeo Drive in Cottonwood or shop completely online at LarryGreenChevrolet.com. Sun Country Custom Woodworks, serving Arizona for over 10 years. Tiffany's Construction Value, engineering on every project. Rock Zoo Screen Printing, serving the Verde Valley screen printing needs for over 30 years. Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros, more miles for your money. Gettles High Desert Mechanical, heating, cooling, and plumbing. Don't settle, get Gettles. Consideration also provided by Jennifer Griffin State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Fiskor Heating and Cooling, serving Northern Arizona residents and businesses. They're here for you. Taylor Waste, the best local option for service tailored to your needs. D-Best Plumbing, they simply believe in getting it right the first time. Yavapai College, serving students with opportunities and resources at 6 campuses across Yavapai County. Longfellow Excavating, we dig your ideas. Call 928-300-3792. This has been a presentation of Mingus Marauder Football on Verde Valley Television. Any reproduction without the express authorization of Verde Valley TV or Yavapai Broadcasting is strictly prohibited. Visit VerdeValleyTV.com for a full list of content, including previous Marauder games and other great community programming.